it doesn't, I'll just restart. All right, it looks like we are connected here. Just waiting for it to show on YouTube. Yep, it says it's receiving the content. So, what's up, guys?
Hey.
So, if you guys don't know who I am, hopefully you guys know who I am. If you guys watch the channel, I'm the co-owner of the channel with Tom Ransom, who lives in England. But this is my buddy. We actually started writing content before the channel even started. And we kind of did like an early start to the channel.
Someone called me the founder.
Yeah.
The co-founder.
The co-founder. Bo actually came up with the MMA Legends concept, which is going to be making a comeback soon. But yeah, let me know if you guys can hear us.
Yeah, audio,
okay.
everything good?
Yeah, let us know if audio's all right. Yep. Somebody's saying audio. I only watch for Bo. Who the hell's this Jason dude? Unemployed Mario Yamasaki just keeps saying sound. But I think everyone else is hearing us. Stop it.
Yeah,
all good. All right.
Yeah,
all good.
Here?
There
all
we
right,
go.
Cool.
We got the all good. Very crisp audio. Love it. Yep. People are messing with us because they know how many times we mess up. Everyone's saying all good.
It's always messed up.
There's always something. Dude, I spent all last night getting everything prepped and part of today getting everything prepped just to make sure everything wouldn't go wrong. Somebody said audio is very low.
Low.
Is it? Okay, I'm hearing perfect audio from everybody else, so you might just need to turn your speakers.
Maybe turn your speakers.
Jason is looking fat. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's dope.
What an ass.
You guys only do MMA on this channel, no boxing. That is true. We don't do boxing on this channel. We've talked about boxing a little bit, but
my boy Smiling Sam Alvey looking fluffy.
Yeah, everyone's saying it's perfectly fine. Okay, appreciate that feedback, guys. Stop it, Habib. We know the jig is up. Yeah, so who do you guys got in this fight? Sam Alvey going to take it home, or is the local homeboy going to take it home? Jimmy Crute.
Jimmy Crute.
He's walking out right now. We do have timer set up, and we do have rounds set up this time, which is pretty dope. So we'll actually be able to kind of let you guys know where we're at in terms of watching. Actually, so somebody... I'll show this comment. YouTube automatically blocked it. Stephen A. Smith twin lookup. Hell of a name there. New MMA on point idea. Jason getting shit-faced on Proper 12. Dude, I literally bought some today.
Yeah.
But I don't have any intention of drinking. It's just like an MMA relic. It's like it's in my refrigerator.
Unless you guys really want us to.
If you guys really want us to.
Unless you really suggest.
Maybe we'll make a bet on one of these fights, and if we lose, we have to take a shot. If we win, we'll still take a shot.
Bets to the whole fight. That's only 5 shots total. That's only 5 shots
That's
total.
gonna be a rough night.
That's not that bad.
I'm a lightweight.
I'll lose every.
Everyone's like, drink it.
Everyone's like, God damn it, drink it. Pushes.
Somebody asked who's fighting now. So it's Jimmy Crute. He's a local guy. He's from Melbourne, and he's fighting Sam Alvey. Your boy Sam Alvey.
Sam Alvey came up from middleweight for this, and it looks like he's been eating every cheeseburger that exists.
Wait, is this a light heavy?
Yeah, he moved up.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Wow, why would you do that? You're just trying to do new things. That Big Nog loss wasn't that bad. I guess that makes sense though. Big Nog would have been a light heavy too. Yeah. So who you guys got in this fight? Herrick says I don't think Sam Alvey is ready.
Man, don't say that. He's a badass.
Jim Crute, he's got 2 fights in the UFC. Technically 1 in the UFC, right? So he's got the Paul Craig win, the Kimura win, and then before that he had the Dana White Tuesday Night Contender Series.
Sam Alvey has 45 fights. This dude has 9.
Right.
So,
Jesus Christ, getting all kinds of bullshit streams in here. I'm gonna hide as many of these as I can.
Oh yeah, we probably have to do the disclaimer. We're not showing the fights, guys. Me and Jason talking the whole time.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Yeah,
we can't show the fights.
Yeah.
We're just here to hang out with you guys. We know there's a lot of people that are on, English time, like GMT 0,
right.
and they're literally watching this right now. What is it, like 3 a.m.? So, yeah, we're just here to hang out. If you're in the States, doesn't matter where you're at. We're just here to hang out with you.
Ask questions, talk MMA the whole way through.
Yeah, these are a ton of fun for us. And
I think I saw someone say that Sam Alvey would kick our ass. Yes, he would.
Somebody just said Asian girls rock. There you go.
Okay.
Get that in there. Let's see. Crute is going down. Okay, so we got a prediction there. Yeah, I think it's I think I'm going with a veteran here. I think I'm going with Alvey. I mean, Crute looked good in that fight against Paul Craig, but Paul Craig has had a lot of trouble.
I just kind of hope it's exciting. I don't really care.
Yeah.
It
I mean, this is a
against,
low-stakes fight, right?
It doesn't really count against Alvey. He moved up a division just to take this fight. And
he just dabbed.
Yeah,
Jimmy Crute just dabbed. Get down. Smiley rocking that dad bod like a G. That's what Pavel Enison? I'm not saying it right.
Hey, dude. That Roy Nelson strategy.
That's great.
Heavier hands.
All right, so we're switching to the first round here.
Here we go.
I'm going to start the timer as soon as they do. So we're not going to be perfectly in sync with the UFC's with what you guys are seeing back home.
Right.
Naturally, there's a lag. This is coming from Australia to Clarksville, Tennessee. So naturally, it's not going to be quite there. But yeah, at least you know where we're at in terms of the round. So pretty slow start here.
Fireworks, Jason.
Oh, leg kick. Uh-oh.
Fireworks.
There's the firework for you.
That's right.
What's up with Tab being one of the sponsors on the shorts tonight?
What is it?
Tab.
What's that?
I think it's an energy drink, right? It's some sort of drink. Oh.
I'm not sure. That was a good shot.
Yeah, Alvey missed, but he was throwing some fire there. Head kick by Crute missed.
I'm not sure what Tab is.
Yeah, Hooters is an official sponsor. There you go. How many? Well,
Dude,
I guess
Hooters,
none of you would be watching
doesn't
Hooters.
Exist. I went to Hooters about a month ago.
I used to watch them at Hooters back in the day
I did
when
too,
they didn't show it anywhere else. Then there was Buffalo Wild Wings.
I went for lunch.
You went for lunch. I love that place.
No, I wasn't there. To.
Yeah, it's a pretty slow start. This is one of those kind of things where we know as soon as Alvey really starts throwing, he's going to try to finish it. Crute's throwing some more technical shots here. Just landed another leg kick, which was pretty great. I don't think Alvey's really landed anything clean just yet.
Nah, not yet.
He's just kind of, I don't know, he's more just trying to fill this guy out because he can definitely get knocked out here.
How crazy is
Crute's
he
pretty
beat
cut,
Rashad? Like,
yeah, he beat Rashad.
Like, he beat Rashad Evans.
I really think that was just a bad version of Rashad.
Yeah.
I've got to be totally honest.
That's a good point.
Jeez, we are getting spammed like crazy with these bullshit streams.
We need a young Jamie, man.
Hey, if you're posting this in the comments, you're a loser. One of you people that's posting these fake comments.
You got him, Jason.
Get a job, loser. I don't know, do something.
Ooh. Sam's throwing now.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. I swear we're getting more activity on this stream than we've gotten on like bigger pay-per-views, and it might be because of the fact that we have a new guy's name, Max Randall. He's working for us out of New Zealand. Ooh. They're a day ahead and 5 hours behind.
Oh,
he got rocked.
Dropped Sam.
Oh wow!
No, don't.
No!
Don't
Stop it! Don't stop it!
He tried to do a walk-off.
Yeah. I tried to do a walk-off. He tried
to do a walk-off and he just got taken down.
He
but
thought
Sam
the fight was going to get stopped.
Sam is still out.
He's trying to get up. He's not really doing anything.
Yeah.
No, Sam, don't protest that. You were just turtling up. That's not intelligent.
Dude, you got
rocked
dropped
and you were getting hit.
You were out.
It was like 5 seconds of continual hits there. Jesus Christ. We are banning every single one of these people that are posting this, by the way. Just more people keep coming in with these bullshit-ass posts.
I mean, dude, Sam, you can't take shots to the head and give him a thumbs up.
Yeah, you can't take massive shots like that and just try to tell everyone that you're okay. Does anybody disagree with that stoppage? Yes, I'm hearing. I don't know why he argued. Ban them all, dude. I'm banning them all. Believe me.
Sorry,
11
guys.
man point. I appreciate that post.
Sorry about that, guys. Jason's banning everyone.
Yeah, I'm literally banning every single one of them, dude.
What a right hand.
We need to get YouTube's help on this. Oh, there's Max Randall, angry Sam Alvey. There he is. There's our video editor in the comments there.
Yeah, I've never seen Sam that angry, but he got dropped. I mean,
yeah, he got dropped, and then they're showing the replay right now of him getting back up. He's wobbly as he's backed up, and then he got knocked down.
Well,
again.
he did give him a thumbs up. I saw him consciously look at him. See, he just gave a thumbs up. He right there. He did give a thumbs up, but It doesn't matter if you're getting punched in the face.
Like lying on the ground with your arm next to your
That's
head,
like,
is not intelligent
remember
defense.
When Uriah did that with Renan Barão? Remember, like he just sat there, turtled up, and gave him a thumbs up when Renan fucking knocked his face off.
Oh, right,
and
right.
then he got upset. Just
it's like, dude,
that.
You're not okay.
Yeah, it's like, man, he's punching you in the head.
That's great that you're willing to continue, but we don't want to see you die.
But he could have continued. He wasn't. I mean, he did pop right back up. He wasn't out of it. Completely out.
I swear, man, I'm banning every single one of these motherfuckers that are posting these bullshit-ass comments. I'm watching the fight in the YouTube Black. I swear, someone says that every time. Early stoppage, ham-bone. Ham-bone?
Dude, is Dan Henderson Sam Alvey's coach? Hendo was just in the cage.
I didn't see Hendo. I'm trying to ban all these... He just yelled, have you heard of Jimmy fucking Crute?
Have you heard about Jimmy fucking Crute?
Yeah, he's stoked. Alright, so I'm going to say this too. If you're asking for free links, I'm going to ban you as well. Because every time somebody does that, we get a slew of bots posting their bullshit.
Guys, we can't show the stream, man.
Get a job, losers.
Pay for it.
Yeah.
Get 5 friends.
They're basically trying to make money off of ads on their website. That's how they're trying to do it. Damn, they don't have jobs.
That was a good right hand. He tried to do the walk-off, though. That was a little bit too cocky.
It's unreal how many...
Well, I don't agree with that, though. He said he's on shaky legs, he's done.
Yeah, if you're on shaky legs, you're not done.
Yeah, you're definitely not. Ask Frankie Edgar.
Yeah, ask Frankie Edgar. Somebody's just shouting Ferguson.
Tony.
Not even real links, they're keyloggers. You're absolutely right. Yeah, they're not posting real links at all. Sure. Let's see.
Commentate for us, Bo.
Yeah, Lee Jones has got a really good comment here. He says, this is a fight companion. Oh, it just popped up. We've got to do like some kind of slow chat here because as soon as I got through reading half of that, it was already gone. Jesus Christ.
Man, we got a lot of people in here today. Thanks for showing up, guys. Hell yeah.
How many of you are Aussies or you are watching in New Zealand right now? Because I have a feeling like
it's a bunch.
Australia is massive.
Isn't it in the afternoon?
It's about as big as America is. There's a lot of people that could be watching right now.
Just Benavidez looks like he's straight out of Bethlehem.
Mixed with Karate Kid. He got the bandana on. They just showed him on the screen for a second. He was wearing like a jean shirt, button up.
A Technicolor dream coat.
Yeah, Technicolor dream coat, 100%. Jesus Christ.
How about we're taking it back to 2009 with Anderson Silva headlining?
Dude, these links are unreal right now.
Just a done.
Yeah, I accidentally went back. We're still on. Oh, come on. Let's bring it back up.
If you guys want to send us your resumes, we need moderators.
Jesus Christ, we do. I'm about to turn Max Randall into a moderator for tonight.
Yeah, can
He's just going to be clicking off
can we
like
promote some people?
Okay, where are we here? Jesus Christ. It's so bad. There we go. My God. Yeah, I need to like call a buddy of mine to just sit here and block all these all night. That's what I need. Jesus Christ. Guys, if you want a link to the card, Google it. Google it. That's all you gotta do. You can find way better stuff. Yeah, this is unreal.
What a card. This is going to be so awesome. 235?
Yeah, 235. Actually, we're not going to be able to do a live stream for that, which is a big bummer because I'll be in Texas visiting a buddy of mine.
Gone?
Yeah, I'm going to be... got a show that night with a band there. Jesus Christ.
You and Toby are going to be...
I'm banning, like, every single one of these I can get to, you guys. I'm trying my best. And no, I'm not going to mod some random person. You are right. Rabs King or... Rabies King. It could be Rabies King. I don't even know. Like, I'm literally banning every single one of these that comes by. It's just that many that's coming through.
There's just so many, man. We're really popular today.
What part of Texas? I got grandparents in Houston. We'll be in Austin is where I'll be.
Sick, dude. I got a third cousin in Waco.
Joe Hogan? Somebody just posted that. What do you guys think of Gastelum claiming he's the champ now?
Yeah. What a fucking freak accident, man. Like, I logged in. I got on Twitter. I tried to stay off for 24 hours, and I logged in today. I just knew that something was going to pop up. And the second I get on there, first thing is fucking Brett Okamoto telling me that he's out.
Yeah.
What a freak thing, man.
Fighting is just like, it's such a weird thing. Like, how long has Whitaker been out now? It's been since the Yoel fight. And then he had to bail on
It's been a year and some change.
It was the Rockhold fight that he had to bail on. Right. So it's just a little under a year. But then before that, he had almost a year off because it was basically the Yoel fights and that's it.
Yeah. He hasn't fought. Yeah, the middleweight belt has kind of been paused for a minute.
Yeah, middleweight belt is a bit screwed at the moment.
I feel like this is their fault for just not stacking every card. Like we say it every time, but there should be eight big names on this main card.
We just got a super chat. Ben J Mac 82, love your vids, a long-time subscriber. Glad you guys are watching the fights with me. Hell yeah,
dude! Thank you.
What's your favorite fight on the card, Ben? Let us know. Really appreciate that, by the way.
Cerrone is drinking a beer out of a boot.
Oh, he's doing a shoey. He's doing a shoey. Out of a boot. What do you call that? A booty? It doesn't ring off the tongue as well.
Dude.
Oh, there's Taito Avasa right over there.
Donald is the shit, man.
Yeah, Donald's badass.
How does this dude
His Q&A was a lot of fun.
Why does he not have a show on CMT? Like, I do not understand.
Him and Stone Cold.
Like, someone is missing out on a seriously good idea. Now he's doing it. Tsubasa.
Jesus Christ. Taito Avasa just took a big one, too.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Cruz is just like, that's a lot of beer. I need to change the graphic on OBS, dude. I'm trying to kill all these bots. It's throwing me off. All right, no timer. There we go. Should be switched off now. You guys think Whitaker will go for rematch when he's recovered? I think, honestly, just knowing the way things are and the fact that Cowboy, for instance, might be fighting Conor McGregor this summer for the interim belt, and that's a real legitimate thing that could happen, knowing how the UFC's been recently.
Or something like that?
Yeah, some massive card like that. Like, we know it could happen, so I think they might just, if Adesanya wins like super decisively here, they might just say, cancel that. We're just going to go.
The real loser is Gastelum. Gastelum's on like what, a 1-fight, 2-fight win streak max?
I think he's playing it well. He's playing it well. He's saying he's the real champion and all this stuff. Like he's trying to make sure he's still in the headlines, which unfortunately is part of the sport these days to do that. I don't like it.
Ask old Colby Covington how title shot's supposed to work.
Alvaro Cabrera says, say hi to me, bro. Hi. I know I mispronounced your name.
Alvaro.
Hi.
Alvaro.
There he is. Hit that like button. Thank you, Deader420. That's dope.
Yeah. Well, I think Gastelum, honestly, Gastelum's a dark horse of that division, man. He can beat anybody. Yeah, it was kind of a toss-up. Gastelum.
Oh,
Gastelum's awesome. But if I have a choice, whoever wins tonight, I'm going to like them for a title shot over him. That's just how it is. Sorry.
Yep.
He's not super popular, man. If Anderson wins tonight and you get to see Anderson in a title fight at 44, 43.
Dude, what a dream that would be.
If he wins to go out like that, that's movie shit.
The Skywell just asked, who's our pick for Adesanya versus Silva, since we're talking about it. By the way, they're doing the walkouts right now. Kassim is walking out. She's going to be fighting De La Rosa. So they're still just doing the walkouts. Go ahead first. Who do you got in the main event?
Well, I did put $20 on Anderson Silva, but that's just because Anderson Silva's my favorite fighter of all time. And it's kind of hard.
So you're picking him on like a heart decision?
Yeah, it's a heart. Well, no, that was just me where my money is. But to be honest, it's Stylebender all day. He's too good. Anderson probably has some definitely more experience, more, probably a little bit better timing, a little bit more versatility, age and wisdom and all that good shit. But he lost to Derek Brunson, and then Israel.
Yeah, he lost to Derek Brunson.
He really
they
did.
gave him that win, but he
really
lost
did,
that fight. 100%.
I mean, he just doesn't look like he used to, and that's just a fact. It's not nothing against him.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
When's the last time you really won a fight decisively? Is like what, Stephen Bonner, Nick Diaz?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Definitively, like had a finish in it. And Nick Diaz wasn't even that decisive. Yeah. It would have been Stephen Bonner.
Yeah.
That was right before he fought Weidman. Alvaro Cabrera, dude, I know I'm mispronouncing your name. You just did do a super chat for us. Said, love your videos. I'm from Peru.
Nice, man.
We gave you a shout out a second ago. You didn't have to do the super chat, but it is super appreciated.
Appreciate it, man.
Really
Absolutely.
appreciate that. That is awesome.
Hell yeah.
Are you guys pro wrestling fans? Have a great night of fights. Flexion, you know better. You're an OG. You used to watch this channel a long time ago. But no, not pro wrestling fans at all.
Someone said, ask me to fix my right shirt sleeve. Thanks, bro. Thanks for looking out, dude. I got you.
I'm glad you guys really care about appearances.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
As far as it goes, like, I'm definitely going to Adesanya. I don't know any way that you could pick against him, but Anderson Silva, and this is also MMA. It doesn't matter how old he is. Right. MMA math is never, ever going to give you a clear answer.
He came in shape, too, man. He weighed in with clothes on at 184. So, I mean, he's not like a fat dude now. I mean, he must have been training pretty hard. Max
Randall put, Jason is not a pro wrestling fan. Can confirm.
Dude, me neither. Pro wrestling is awful. Sorry, guys.
When I was a kid, I used to enjoy it. Same. And maybe it was just something about it. Like, there was a point where it was like kind of like a fad thing where it got like super popular. And I got really into it. Like, I used to have the games on PlayStation, like SmackDown and all that stuff. But it got pretty stale for me after a while. I mean, once you watch real fighting, it's still real to me, damn it. Once you watch like real fighting, and then you see people trying to do these kind of like strange choreographed moves, like an Irish whip. Like, what the fuck is an Irish whip? Like, a guy pulls you by your arm, and you can't control the fact that you're running for 10 seconds later. Like, what? It's not even like realistic action. If you're a pro wrestling fan, you hate us right now.
I mean, to be honest though, they're crazy athletes. They really are. To do the stuff that they do and flip through the air and do that like 300 nights a year and all the kind of crazy
that's
shit
the crazy
that they
part.
do, like that's insane. To be honest, but I'm not gonna pretend like you're actually tough unless you're fighting a dude.
Right.
Like.
And the thing is, people act like they're tough in real life.
Yeah.
Like outside of that.
Like John Cena, he'll fucking throw your dad through a table, bro.
Dude, those steroid muscles will give out in the first round. Anyhow.
Like, ask any of those dudes to fight Cain Velasquez.
So they're doing De La Rosa's. I'm not going to lie. Both these chicks are super attractive. I got to say it. I don't know who I'm going for here. We were talking about this before it started. This is a really good style matchup. De La Rosa is more the submission. So she's just going to be trying to take it to the ground. Kasem, she's got 2 KOs and 2 TKOs. So she's going to be trying to finish her on the feet. So this is really going to be one style winning out.
I don't mean to be a dick too, but you're 4-0 and you're on a UFC pay-per-view.
Well, you
have 4 fights?
5-0.
5. Okay, 5.
All right, so just started the timer there. That's where we're at with the time. That might be different from yours. You can line it up by that. Bo versus Jason every time somebody says that.
Everyone wants us to fight, man.
You just can't help but think about it. You're just watching people fight. Somebody's saying De La Rosa by submission. I think that can happen. Oh, right as I'm saying that, though, De La Rosa is actually knocking down Kasem. And Kasem is going for a submission here. It's like she's trying to go from armbar. She tried to go for a triangle there, but couldn't get it. And now De La Rosa is in a guard. Just in a half guard, yeah. Her foot's just kind of trapped inside of Kasem's like knee, the inside of her knee. Stop asking for links, guys. You are being blocked. If you come back to this channel and you try to comment on another video and you don't know why it's not showing up on the video anymore, it's because you've been banned. Respect to all the people not saying that. You guys should hire Mike Goldberg. Yeah, he would just talk over us and say, "It is all over."
Yeah, it's all over.
Halfway through the round, or midway point through the round, or whatever you'd say. Link to watch. You are being banned.
Virtually identical.
That's the $60 content right there.
Man, I miss Goldberg in some weird way.
I mean, he's an iconic voice. He's a guy who gave a lot to the UFC. He was done wrong, 100%.
When I first got into this, that was the dude. I don't care if he said goofy shit. Like, that guy, it was him and Rogan for every single card, no matter what. It's just classic.
Honestly, I feel like he used to be better, too.
Yeah, for sure.
By the way, just describing what's going on here, De La Rosa, kind of what we were talking about, game plans at the beginning of this fight. De La Rosa is on top. She's landed a few shots, nothing big, but she's pretty much dominating the fight, controlling her right now. Yeah, so her head is actually up against the cage. So
she's Khabibing her right now.
Yeah, she's she's just trapped her arm under her knee, and she's striking with her left hand. Even got some right hand shots there, just kind of digging under. So
I thought this casting jig was a little bit overrated, but we'll see.
It's tough, you know. You're that new. They want to throw you into the fire. You're not going to say no.
That's true.
But it doesn't mean she's ready either, though.
Yeah, you have to take opportunities, man, for sure.
Yeah. But De La Rosa right now, her game plan, she's got like 13 fights. She's got a lot more experience. And I think that's what you're seeing now. But I am impressed with how many times Kasem has tried to throw up some submissions here. As soon as it hit the ground, she tried to throw up an armbar submission.
She went from a borderline crucifix back to full guard fairly. Oh, no. She's
back in half. I think it's going to be really tough for her to get up out of this situation. I think, honestly, unless she can do something, you're not going to be stood up out of a half guard. Right. You're going to be stuck in this position. Unless she can somehow get up or do something in the beginning of the rounds, it looks like Kasem is really going to struggle here. She's trying to pry her knees in between De La Rosa and try to push her off, but De La Rosa's savvy to it. Back to full guard, though. Her foot got caught in her shorts there. That was kind of wild. But yeah, we're back in full guard here. Listening to the corner. They're really just trying to... It's Montana, or De La Rosa's corner. They're really just telling her how to stay on top.
Almost could have swept her right there.
Yeah. Yeah, her knee is almost through. Her foot is just kind of caught in between. That's a super uncomfortable position right there. She can't really quite get through. Just kind of perpetually in this weird half guard. Like... almost into a half guard. Yeah, it's like a quarter guard. What do you think about Kelvin Gastelum declaring himself as a champion? I think it's smart. I think what he's doing is he's taking advantage of a situation where he's been taken out of the headlines.
Right.
He knows Adesanya is on fire, and whatever happens tonight, and Anderson's on fire too. Yeah, people are going to love the nostalgia story. They're going to love this newcomer story, this guy just being on fire. So Gastelum is trying to keep his name in the headlines, and I think it's smart. Matthew Morton, we got actually a $2 New Zealand. You guys use euros there, right? $2 super chat.
Like $14.
Israel will win for New Zealand. So,
Israel might win for sure.
Do you think he stops him? Do you think he stops him impressively?
Oh.
Yeah, it could switch to an armbar. She's kind of in a place where she could do either right now.
Oh, nope. She's going to survive.
Yeah, I think she's going to make it through. So De La Rosa finished the round almost. It wasn't really quite a tight submission, but it was a very dangerous submission for Kasem.
For sure, though.
Yeah, definitely a 10-9. Kasem really wasn't in that round at all. So, yeah, Rabs King says UFC says they're at least compensating Kelvin financially. Should fighters be compensated if their fighter pulls it?
For sure.
I think 100% because they paid for their training camp, they paid for their trainers, they paid for their nutritionist, they paid for the flight out. Well, they didn't pay for the flight out.
If you show up and you make weight, then you should get paid.
Yeah, you should get paid. Like maybe you don't get a win bonus necessarily, but you at least get paid for what you would have gotten for the fight.
Yeah.
You're there. It's the day of. You did everything right. You weighed in.
It kind of sucks for the UFC to have to pay that because technically you're paying a dude to not fight. But still.
Alana Corbella, who's also an OG of the channel, said, of course they should get paid. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Trump won the fight. Jesus Christ. Jeez. People love trolling politics.
They do.
I don't care, dude. Say what you want.
Yeah.
More people asking for links. You have been banned as well. Banned quite a few people tonight. I'm pretty proud of it. Beer bongs, all the same. You must be talking to someone else there, Will Ross.
Ooh! Kassem's getting lit up on the feet, too, man.
De La Rosa just landed some pretty big shots to Kassem.
Yeah, it's not like Kassem. Oh, man.
Kassem's supposed to be the one that's got the finishing ability here.
It's not like... Yeah, Kassem was... Oh, she's working rubber guards.
Abel Abernathy said, ban me, please. If you want to be a douche... you've asked for links a million times, then you are banned. I'll take your word for it. You shouldn't have said that if you don't want to get banned. You just got banned, homie. What are your predictions for Woodley versus Usman? Ooh. By the way, right now, De La Rosa is trying to work towards, it looks like kind of a half guard here or a side mount, just to kind of let you guys know where it's at. Oh, I forgot to put up the round on this one. I'm getting too distracted drinking wine here.
Woodley's too good, man. But, people don't think about it, but Woodley might be the greatest welterweight of all time.
Yeah, he's definitely the third right now that you can say decisively. Maybe the second.
For sure.
Hughes just had such a dominant reign, and he was so impressive every time he finished. And it was until he started getting older that he started losing, and it was against GSP of all people that he finally lost against. He lost to BJ early, but it was GSP that dethroned him. Oh,
she's going for mounted triangle. Oh, yeah. This might be it.
She's got this.
3 minutes
This
left.
is going to be it.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Kassem is going to tap.
It's just a matter of time. It's tightening up every time
actually, she might be out of this. I don't know. No. Yeah, it's even worse now. And she's got the armbar there, too.
Oh, God.
Dude, if she gets out of this...
survives that, holy shit. I imagine her arm's got to be broken.
Kassem's got some heart. The fact that she's even still in this, she's about to tap.
Her arm is gonna break.
It's slowly coming on, like the realization that she can't get out of this, but she's still fighting it. Jesus Christ! She actually got out of the armbar, but she's still in the triangle. She's not out of the.
Yeah, she got to pull her head. Pull the head.
Oh my God! It's kind of crazy sometimes. You see these fighters that you're not necessarily that impressed by, but they just have an insane amount of heart.
I thought I saw a tap.
She could have tapped way longer though. Her leg went limp there for a second, but she kind of came back alive. I thought she might have been out. Yeah, it's more of just kind of a mount here.
No, it is a mounted triangle still.
Yeah,
it's still mounted
triangle. It wasn't as tight when she was punching her there. Now she's moved it back into a tight triangle, and she's going back for the armbar. She got it. Jesus. Dude, you got to give Kassem some credit for holding on there. That was an insane amount of time. Just be in. There's just no way out of that. Man, that was impressive.
Dominant on the ground.
That was super impressive on De La Rosa's part, and Kassem for lasting.
Absolutely.
But yeah, more links. As soon as I look away,
you put Hughes over Woodley.
I do, because I think he had the more dominant amount of time. If they were to fight now, sure, you would match up Woodley to win that. Absolutely, if you were to match him now. Because the game is just moved that much farther.
You're doing it relative to the time
Relative to the time and the streaks that they have.
I could see that.
Because that's all you can really go by. If you go by Royce Gracie's win and calling him one of the greatest of all time, you can only do that in the context that it is. There are people today that would be brown belts that would beat him today because that's how far the game has progressed.
I just think Woodley
especially for MMA.
Fought but don't even think about his title streak, but he has fought everybody in MMA, and he's beaten better people. Like, if you look at his wins, I think he's beaten better people.
Like, really, really tough guys? I mean, it's hard to say about...
But he has lost... He's lost some key fights that probably bring some cloudiness into
I think that's a tough thing, because BJ, he has wins over BJ, GSP. Who does Woodley have like that so far? He's got...
Robbie Lawler. Knocked him out cold.
Robbie Lawler's not on their level, though. Like, GSP back then would have been a really tough fight for Robbie Lawler now. Like, GSP has just always been a much more well-rounded guy.
Yeah, I thought
I don't think I would ever take Robbie
Stephen
Lawler
Thompson
over
twice
GSP.
is kind of a huge deal. Beating Damian's a huge deal.
Right, but who has GSP beat? Or Thompson beat since then? He lost to Till. And that was a really close fight.
He beat Masvidal, but he starts everybody up on the way up. I mean, he beat Hendricks. He starched Hendricks worse than anybody has.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
Somebody
a tough
made
debate.
a username called Streaming Now Streaming and
He's
posted,
top 3, though. Yeah.
You've now been banned. Yeah, he's definitely top 3.
I think it's those 3. That's a good point. Yeah.
If he wins like another, I don't think Usman quite does it. So getting back to the original question, I think that you would see Woodley win because he's got the knockout power and he's got the wrestling, whereas Usman is more just a straight wrestler.
Right.
So I think it's Woodley's fight to win. But, you know, anything can happen. It's MMA, but that's what I do think that happens. I think we need to see another test towards Woodley. If he wins 2 more fights, then absolutely I would put him at number 2 behind GSP. And then a couple more wins, you could put him up. But by the end of the year, he says he wants to go to middleweight. So
I don't think Usman has to stand up for him. I mean, even if he does have the wrestling, but I don't think he does. I think it's just Tyron by kind of whatever he wants standing.
Plexian pointed out that GSP Pen 2 poster looks sick behind you. I think he might have been pointing out the fact that Matt Hughes has beaten both those. I don't know, maybe not, but. What were you saying though? I'm sorry.
I said Woodley, the Usman prediction, like he said. I think it's kind of Woodley just by stand up. I don't think he out wrestles Woodley. Woodley doesn't really get taken down.
Yeah, Woodley is a tough fight for GSP.
And we was talking about Usman.
Oh, I thought you were moving on
Woodley,
to
Usman.
GSP.
No, I mean for him GSP, I'm picking Woodley. I don't think GSP gets him down. I think Woodley hits too hard.
I think that's an unpopular thing to say, and I think you're right. Because GSP is, and they're around the same age actually. A lot of people don't realize that. But the thing is, Woodley is at the top of his game right now. GSP is arguably, I mean, he's still doing great, and he just won the middleweight title. But Woodley has that knockout power behind him, and that's a really tough thing to be against. So the next fight is going to be Hani Yahya versus Ricky Simon.
Yeah.
We were watching the fight right before this. Ricky Simon is the one, if you guys remember that fight, I can't remember the guy's name that he beat, but it was some crazy Russian guy that just kept what was he in? What he was in a guillotine. Yeah. So it was a mounted guillotine. Yeah. So, Ricky Simon's on top, and he's got the Russian dude in the guillotine, and he's just holding on for a minute long. Yeah. Maybe longer than that. And the Russian guy's just
going
pedaling he's on a bike to try to keep his blood.
Yeah.
He's just trying to keep his blood going. What's going on here? Oh, they're hyping the
Kane.
Yeah, the Kane and Ngannou fight is what they're hyping right now. They were showing Brock there for a second, and it was like, wait, what's going on? Thinking about the Cormier fight, but
C-level Kane.
C-level Kane. But yeah, it's
maybe the best heavyweight ever in the world.
It's such a tough one, DC, that's the fight I wish you could see.
Yeah,
if he beats Ngannou, oh man, there's just no way that fight would ever happen.
Sure.
They might as well be Nick Diaz and Nate Diaz. They would never fight.
No,
never ever.
Never happen.
If you move the camera slightly, you'll be able to watch the fights in your YouTube button. That's next to the TV, so we couldn't do that if we tried. HH, you just asked for streams. You are being banned. Can't ask for that. Because then we get spammed with them.
Mm-hmm.
Max Randall, Kane versus Stipe, best heavyweight of all time. So you got a good point there. Stipe's got he's got the longest win streak in UFC history, but it is post USADA, so that's something to balance. And Kane has those incredible wins at JDS when nobody was touching JDS and Bigfoot. But that's the thing about Kane's title reign. Its title reign was literally JDS and Bigfoot. That's it.
Well, there's the 4 best heavyweights of all time are DC, Kane, Fedor, and Fabricio Verdun.
Knowing you, I thought you were going to leave Fedor out.
No, Fedor and Fabricio Verdun.
Somebody said, Jason, I just realized you're the narrator behind the videos I've been watching. Yep, that's me, man. Tried to give the introductions at the beginning, but if you just joined in, you wouldn't have necessarily seen it. By the way, if you guys are watching this now and you're maybe possibly wanting to watch it later, we will leave this unlisted. You can still go back to it. If you got the email link, you got the subscribe button or anything like that. But we don't think this is of any value to somebody tomorrow, so we're just going to put it unlisted.
Yeah, Panda Coco, yeah. That's why Verdum is on the list, bro. He tapped 3 of the best heavyweights ever.
Yeah, Verdum, super underrated. A lot of people don't like him, so they don't want to put him in there because I don't know. I guess
he's in there for sure.
Yeah, I've never had a problem with Verdum myself, but I think it's because the Tony Ferguson stuff, where he's wanting to fight him. He threw the boomerang at Colby Covington. He's got all these amazingly weird moments.
Yeah.
Verdum almost fought Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, Verdum has lost some big fights. But he's tapped some of the best ever. But arguably after their primes or in compromised positions.
Yeah, it was the signal for Fedor that it was the end of his prime.
Yeah, and then Kane, you could just look at his body and you could tell that you're not fighting the best dude.
I mean, he was. If Cain Velasquez is like out of breath and it's the third round, something's wrong.
Yeah.
It was kind of the end of the second round.
He was kind of out of breath on the first or second. Yeah, it wasn't great.
Do they still make you guys pay full price for pay-per-view with a three-round main
That's a
event?
Good point.
Yeah, we still pay full price.
Yes.
We don't get any discount on this. Paying for it myself.
DC or Brock, DC all day.
Somebody said fuck Anderson Silva.
Dang, that's rude, man.
Like YouTube actually blocked the comment, but I just think it's so crazy that somebody's trolling that
Anderson
hard.
Silva's the shit, man. Someone just asked about Bader.
Bader? Oh, because Bader just won 2 belts, right? He just beat Fedor. Does he have any potential to be back up there? If he did win the tournament full of great fighters, he did win the tournament full of great fighters, even if they're old. Honestly, I don't think so.
Nah, dude. The best heavyweights in the UFC. That's just where it's at.
I mean, who was in that tournament? You got Rampage, who just
Matt
basically
Mitrione.
just said he doesn't care anymore, and he's just going to stop dieting and trying to train. He's just going to fight at heavyweight from now on because he doesn't have to weigh in, essentially.
It was that heavyweight tournament with 4 light heavyweights.
Yeah, former middleweights like Chael Sonnen in there.
King Mo, Chael, Ryan Bader.
He was always light heavyweight.
Chael was a middleweight.
Yeah, Chael was a middleweight. And so
It's
I
not
don't
a real
think it was a
heavyweight
strong tournament. It was a fun tournament because you got to see some matchups you would never see. But Frank Mir in his last fight in UFC against Mark Hunt did not look good at all. That was a rough fight. I think people have made a bit too much of a big deal.
It's a big deal that Bader won it, though. I mean, it's a pretty big deal.
In comparison to the light heavyweights that are there now, though, or if DC went back down, I don't think he'd have a chance against DC.
Bader
Jones,
is the smartest.
Gustafsson.
1 fight left on his contract.
Oh,
he is the biggest fish in the small pond over there.
Absolutely. Somebody said, post the damn link. You are being banned. We are not giving out. Max Randall called it the belly tour. That's great. By the way, Plexian also posted another comment saying, congrats on your preempt to 300K. We are so close. We'll be there today or tomorrow. Really, really, really close to that.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate that, Plexian. You are a true OG. You've been around for a long time.
I put a lot of hard work into this.
Somebody said, does Bo have a girlfriend? ? And it's a girl. The dude, he knows what he's doing with the women. He's taken at the moment, so he's all right. He's all right. Best heavyweight striker, Overeem or Vanderlei? Why would you put Vanderlei in there? That I hope to God you were trolling.
Best
because
heavyweight striker, Alistair Overeem or John Lineker?
John Lineker or Mighty Mouse. Yeah, definitely the best striker. It would have to be. Overeem was Ubereem, though, when he won. If he lands one punch on you, you're probably going out.
Yeah,
Mirko Krokop, you have to put in that category. Pat Barry, but Pat Barry never really translated into the UFC, but he was a K1 striker as well. Gaethje versus Barboza fight of the year. That was an amazing fight. So good.
Great fight.
Thanks for the super chat on that, Adam Dutt. Appreciate that.
That'll be an amazing fight.
Yeah, that's coming up in the spring, right? Did they actually book that, right?
That's not UFC Nashville, right?
No. I wish to God it was UFC Nashville. Let's see. Has anyone seen the Kelvin Gastelum interview an hour ago? We did talk about that. Top Spot posted that question. We talked about it a bit, but no.
Jason is tough.
Jason is
Very
tough.
true.
I mean, again, it's smart. He's keeping his name in the headlines, even though he's not on the card, knowing that Adesanya or Silva will probably get a title shot still, even though he's in that place, just because that's the state of the UFC, even though Gastelum still deserves it. How about Bader versus Cormier? Who do you think would win? Absolutely Cormier. All day, every single time. Light heavyweight or heavyweight.
I don't know, man.
Like, he did knock... he basically knocked out. He TKO'd Fedor. Landed that kind of like looping like left hook off of a fake for a takedown to get Fedor, but
Bader's like number 4 light heavyweight right now. Oh, well, I mean, maybe three, actually. Maybe he's top 5.
Gus is right there. I think Gus would beat him.
When he fought Anthony Johnson, he got starched in like a minute. You remember that when he like got taken down, put it against
his last fight.
Yeah.
That was
exactly.
his last UFC fight.
That just wasn't really representative of him, man. Like I thought that was kind of. I mean, he's still up there. He's top 5 for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's definitely in the top 5, but I don't think he's in that upper echelon.
He's not going to beat John Jones, but he might have a tough fight with DC at light heavyweight, maybe.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, if Bader wants to come back to the UFC off the string of all these wins, he's made a brilliant play to upping his stock in the UFC, because after that loss to Anthony Johnson, it's like, where do you go?
Right.
You're just kind of in this...
Now
maybe
he comes
you're in the
back
top
as
5,
this
but you're
double
not a title
champ,
contender.
you know? He comes back, it's like brings new life into both these divisions, and
it's
has something to hype up. I think it's huge. It'd be really smart for him to come back.
Very intelligent on his part. But he still lost to all the best guys. This Conrad Kittner guy just keeps talking about ways that we would fight. Bo is fast, Jason is power. Max Randall says, Gus versus Bader would decide the gatekeeper for the division. I do agree on that. Because that's kind of the place, like, I love Gus to death, but he's lost to the top 2 guys. I mean, I would love to have seen another Cormier fight versus Gus. That would have been amazing.
Yeah. Gus is up there too, man. If he was 5 years earlier, he would be the champion. Mm-hmm. It's just, you're up there when John Jones and DC are. It's just not, bad luck, kind of.
Plexian asked another question, Bader versus Mousasi. That's a fun question for Bellator. By the way, they're still doing the walkouts. Hani Yahya is walking out to the ring, so this is the second walkout.
I was in the fucking crowd when King Mo took
Mousasi
down, just for 5 rounds, and so it's.
I was a unanimous decision. He won that all the way through.
But King Mo didn't really win that. Like you
don't think so?
Well, Mousasi
just fucked him up in the bottom. Rules,
but I'm just saying,
rules.
But that's exactly. Well, I mean, King Mo couldn't see after that one. I would say Bader might be able to take him down, but Mousasi's no joke, man.
Right.
That's a real motherfucker, man. I wish he wouldn't have left the UFC, because that might be your champion right now.
Yes, legitimately. Like, if I were to put him up against Whitaker, dude, he might win that.
He might win that fight.
He might win that.
Him versus Stylebender, him versus anybody. I mean, I want to see him versus Rockhold. There's so many good fights.
Yeah.
It sucks that they didn't pay him to stay.
That's why that question about Bader versus Mousasi is such a good question.
Right.
Because he's already fought there. He fought King Mo at light heavyweight, like you were just talking about. He's held titles there in Dream. So, like, Mousasi is a legit badass, yeah.
He is so underrated.
Antonio Lorenzo did a super chat. Dude, you already paid $2. You might as well just pay for the card. Put up a mirror behind you facing the TV. That would get our channel shut down. We're almost at 300K. I don't want to lose my channel because of that.
Lot of hard work.
We can't show the pay-per-views.
Sorry.
Yeah, the UFC is not cool with people posting that on their channel.
All right, about to be the next fight up, Hani Yahya.
All right, I'm ready for the timer here. I'm ready this time. I'm paying attention this time. Oh, I lost total track there. We're getting so many of those damn spam links. I couldn't do both at the same time. Yeah, so we were talking about Ricky Simon earlier. He's that guy that did that crazy mounted guillotine of that crazy Russian
like
for
the
a
new
minute
Clay
and a half.
Guida over here.
Yeah, or like a really small, like horse-like Vitor Belfort.
Horse-like Vitor Belfort.
Simon's landed some decent shots on Yahya here.
Shots.
That's the way you're going to beat Yahya. Yahya is a submission specialist, so you got to hurt him on the feet. Simon's got some submissions to his credit, but you were talking about Eddie Bravo. I mean, Eddie Bravo loves Yahya, talks about him all the time. That's how you know somebody's going to be good, when you got world-class submission specialists talking about him. But yeah, it's been Simon's on the feet so far. Yahya threw a head kick and then dove for a takedown, but it wasn't close to landing.
My dude,
Simon sprawled out of that. Ooh, massive uppercut, but Yahya landed some big, like, looping punches there. Ooh.
Okay.
Simon got landed on there again.
Simon rocked.
Yeah, I think it was the left hook that landed on there. Somebody says, good luck, left the channel. Love the channel. Tyler Steelman sends a super chat. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, really thanks, man.
You got a picture of Barney, so looks like you got the full spectrum. You got love and you got fighting. Let's see what else we got going on here.
There's a lot of people here tonight.
Simon's throwing some big shots. He threw a massive left hook that was nowhere near home.
I don't think he's wanting to go to the ground with him now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to keep sprawling. He's going to try to keep it on the feet. This is the way you beat Yaya. Yaya's got to, like we were talking about, dude, he's been fighting since 2011. Yaya's been around for a long time. He's lost to Chad Mendez, no shame in that loss. But he beat Mike Brown, which is a great win.
That's a great win.
It tells you how long ago it was, too, though, that Mike Brown.
While.
He's more known for being a head coach. Yeah, Yaya just landed a pretty solid right hand.
Oh, he dropped him!
Oh, wow!
Oh, he's rocked.
It was kind of like a left.
Don't stop this. Do not stop this yet. God.
Yeah, so
he was
Yaya
about to
was
stop
on
that.
bottom.
That's
Simon
ridiculous.
was on top.
What are you doing?
I don't think you should stop it. No, bring him back up. Yeah, you're gonna win it on it. Simon's doing the right thing. Let him stand up. Oh my God, he's so wobbly.
Don't stop it.
Yaya just totally airballed a punch and fell over at the same time. Wasn't even that he got hit.
Knee.
Dude, Simon is making a statement right now.
This ref is just—he's trying to get in there too much. Like,
yeah, stay back.
Like,
stay
what
back.
are you doing?
Yaya's landed some shots here too.
Fist. Okay.
That was smart. That was smart. He pulled his arm out and he stood back up and he's going to stand back up.
Yeah,
Do not go to the ground with him.
At all.
This is an incredibly smart game plan. Just keep it on the feet.
Liver. Hook to the liver. Going to the
he's
body.
punishing him. Boss Rootin is jizzing in his pants right now.
Going to the body.
Going to the body. Right straight.
He's still hurt, man. He's still wobbly.
Yeah, Yaya is trying to get his marbles back together. Simon's playing this super smart. Don't go to the ground with him. It's like the Mirsad Bektik versus, who am I thinking of? The damaged Darren Elkins. It's like Mirsad Bektik kept trying to take down a ground specialist, and then actually he toppled him and then head kicked him.
Yaya's kind of coming back
That's what
too,
set
though.
it up.
Oh yeah,
Yaya's still in this. There was an uppercut there from Simon, but it looked like Yaya landed a right hook there as well. Yep. Yaya's not getting any of these takedowns.
He's not gonna.
This is an expert game plan.
He's not going to the ground, will you?
A horse like young Vitor Belfort.
A horse like.
There's something about that haircut. It just works out for you. Miguel Torres, Ricky Simon.
Like he gets his haircut in Bedrock.
In the town of Bedrock.
This dude's having a yabba dabba, dude.
Wilma! Oh, that's great. Max Randall just left YouTube tried to block it, but I showed it anyway. Fuck it, try leg lock.
Oh.
That's what Yaya's at right now. That's a quote from a video that is upcoming that Max Randall edited.
With him.
Yeah, don't go to the ground. Don't do it.
Kind of killing time.
Yeah, you're hurting him. You're rocking him over and over again. You're winning. Your game plan is like this. This definitely isn't a 10-8 round, but it's bordering it. Yaya's had some good punches back. Oh, that shin just went just above his forehead there. This is all Simon here, man. Oh, ducked right under those punches, but he didn't really get one back. But that was a
good
slick
round.
dodge.
That was fun.
Yeah. That was all your boy Simon right there, man. That was super impressive. Really great start.
Young horse like Vitor.
Dude, those mullets ain't no joke.
Dude just got testosterone in an IV walking around.
I'm watching the fights reflected off your play button. Man, dude, there are much better places to watch the fights if you're looking for that.
It says that we're way behind.
Simon looks like a squirrel. We're way behind. It says that we're live on our YouTube connection, so you guys are just seeing probably about 10 seconds of lag, and then there's whatever lag there is from Australia to us. So that's just
sorry about that.
Just kind of natural.
Yeah, Simon's super smart on that, man. Just anything involving the ground, he's not.
Yeah.
Even when he dropped him, he's not even not following it up.
One of the better submission specialists in MMA. Don't go to the ground with him.
He's back in. Here we go.
All right, round two. Timer just started. Yeah, so just kind of Yaya just kind of threw out a kick just to kind of keep space. Nice leg kick. That's smart. Stay on the outside. He's got a shorter reach than Simon though, so it's going to be tough for him to stay on the outside and just kind of try to pick him apart with kicks. Oh!
The fact
I
that
can't tell how flush that was with Yaya, but he threw a big right.
Honey Yaya just looks like some dude's dad. And, like, that's the scariest thing in the world. Like,
Your dad versus a horse.
You just fight this dude. No, it just means, like, this dude could just be chilling at a plate. Oh, he might have rocked Simon right there with that left hook.
Yeah, Simon still seems to be moving well, but it looked like he kind of got hit there. It might have been, like, kind of a right hook uppercut kind of cross there.
Oof. Just out of range.
Yeah. Yeah, Simon's... Oh, he went for, like, a faux takedown. He just kind of threw him down. So Yaya's on his back right now, and Simon is toying with the idea, just kind of kicking his legs.
He's not going into his guard. There's no way.
He's toying with the idea. It's like he's fighting the temptation. Like, there's probably, like, this testosterone side of him that's just like, fuck it, I'll beat him there. But he's got to listen to his corner on that one. The cooling head's got to prevail. Oh, another bullshit-ass link. Get a job, homie.
Ooh, is that a headbutt?
Oh, you saw a headbutt?
I thought so, but...
I was blocking that link. I missed
that's what caused that cut right there.
Oh, yeah, so it's right off of his right eye. Simon's right eye.
It was a headbutt. Oh, good right hand.
Yeah, decent right.
Dude,
like, just a straight right hand.
It's so easy to headbutt the other dude, man. I headbutt people when just rolling.
Oh, right.
Like, yeah.
You see it all the time in big fights where it just doesn't get commentated on. Because it's like, well, what are you going to do, you know? Yaya was nowhere near close on that takedown. He got
he got
to hold
cut
one leg.
now, though. I think they should talk about it because the judges should know that was a headbutt. That wasn't a real strike.
Sure, you know? Yeah. But, of course, the judges aren't going to hear that commentary.
Right. But there should be some way for
Simon just landed a nice, like, the uppercut didn't quite land, but he landed a decent left hook after it.
This is really impressive, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
His footwork, too.
Yeah, he's moving around.
He's doing really good distance control.
Yeah.
Do you know who he trains with, by any chance? You know
Simon, I don't know who Simon trains with. No. If you guys know, let us know.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Man.
Got another stream there. I didn't see what just happened. Because
if this was anybody else, I feel like he would probably be really confident in his ground game.
Oh, yeah.
The way that he's just kind of scooping him for a double and just
just dropping him.
Yeah,
just letting him
just
fall.
picks him up and then walks away.
I mean, he's got a great ground game, and you know, we were just talking about that submission, but like, Yaya just landed a massive right hand. Yeah, Simon appears to he's still evading like crazy though. He's a bit wobbly. Yeah,
he's still wobbly.
Yeah. Yaya's going for a knockout now. And this is where he's going to try to get the takedown. It's while they're close. He's got him thinking about the hands. Simon's still thinking about the takedown.
Oh, it's another right hand.
They both landed one there. It looked like Yaya might have hurt him again, but Simon landed one at... that was a headbutt. That was 100% a headbutt. Yaya just fell to the ground from like... So Simon's still thinking about the takedown, so he ducked under... And then Yaya went in for a punch instead, and then at that same instant, Simon just kind of stood up and hit him with his forehead to the head, and Yaya went down.
Just hit him with that old horse face that he has.
Yeah. Simon's he keeps toying with the ground. I don't know what he's doing. He's bringing his knees down.
So he can't eat up kicks.
Right, so he can't eat up kicks. It's illegal to eat up kicks from there. Yeah, that's a really good point. If you got your knees down, you got your hands down, it is illegal to kick at all, period. Oh.
Whoa.
They're both throwing big punches, but big whiffs, not even close to landing.
See
another faux takedown.
Just that scoop. See, and he drops.
Oh, he's actually going into the guard. There's only 25 seconds, so I guess you're okay unless you get... Unless you get Ryan Hold.
That
was an illegal up kick there.
In the face?
That was it hit him in the face. That was an illegal up kick.
Kind of a stupid rule.
It didn't get called at all. It is a stupid rule. I agree. I think it takes a lot more talent to try to land a kick there. Like the one that Anderson Silva landed against Yushin Okami was an incredible up kick that you couldn't do if you tried 99% of people. Right. 99% of pro fighters couldn't do it. Or the one that Musasi got knocked out actually
so smart.
by Jacare.
Like you should, if some dude is in your guard, you should be able to kick him. Like it would make it so much more exciting. Mm-hmm. You should be able to kick the dude in the face. Absolutely.
You have no weapons on the ground.
The only time you shouldn't be able to kick somebody in the head when they're on the ground is when their head is pinned against the cage.
Right.
And they can't move their head, because then that could be awful.
My rule about it always is if there was some way of getting the fighters to vote on it unanimously, but anonymously at the same time, like to where they could vote on it, because obviously for us it's like, fuck yeah, that looks badass, it's just crazy to see. But if you're the fighter actually taking that head kick and you're the one taking the risk and CTE and all that shit,
well, I mean,
it probably shouldn't be up to us.
Well, it
probably should be up to them.
It's closest to a real fight, but like, so
sure,
I mean, we just agree to when I'm on my back, man, I'm not going to kick you in the face when I clearly can. I mean, you've seen that it could be. I mean, think of how many fights where someone's just sitting in open guard when they could kick somebody in the face. It would change up everything.
Right. All right, third round, timer started. Here we go. Yeah, so Simon is definitely winning both of these rounds.
Yeah, he secured both.
But Yaya did rock him in that last one, so sure. I mean, you could argue that Yaya won that last round. You just felt
now he's got him tied up. He's got him tied up in guard.
Yeah, he looks like he's trying to post up and get out. Oh, wow! He left his arm in there. He left his arm in, and he gets out. Smart. Don't stay there. It's brilliant.
Oh, come on.
He almost stood up, and Simon was ready for a massive punch. Yeah, I don't know if he's just trying to control, like he's trying to get octagon control when he's on the ground, and that's his point in kicking. Playing it by points there, playing it safe. I don't know what he's doing.
I think it eats about 15 to 20 seconds off the clock. Mm-hmm. Like, if I can sit there.
And you're not expending energy.
I'll sit there and I'll stall and I'll drop to a knee and you can't hit me, and 15 seconds goes by, good to go.
Yeah, so there's the benefit on points and there's the benefit on energy spent. Right. So it's not necessarily the most exciting strategy, but it is smart. Yaya landed another big punch there.
There's a part of me that respects it, but I hate it when guys are killing the clock. Like,
sure.
I hate it.
Yaya landed another big right hand there.
At the same time, I mean, 50% of their money relies on them winning. So
look at those stats. Simon's thrown less punches and landed more often, but it's 40 to 41 in terms of
strikes.
Landed punches, with Simon having one more landed
That was
punch.
Another headbutt, man.
Oh.
They definitely clashed heads again there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just some shit you can't do anything about. It's like when a guy turns as a guy lands a punch, even on the feet or on the ground.
Dillashaw and Cejudo kind of
thing. Or Poirier Connor.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like sometimes, although they
he's
insisted
just
that
eating
was
clock
shot.
here. There's nothing he can do.
Clock.
The rest not doing anything. Let me just kind of fake like I'm doing some shit, and then there goes 10 seconds.
Jesus, Yaya went for everything in that punch and just stumbled over.
He does have to kind of go for broke here, though. His corner needs to be telling him.
Yes. He may, like, maybe on some sort of level you could argue that he rocked Simon last round and he won it, but Simon controlled the most of the round, so what do you even say? And Simon landed more punches in that round too, so...
Well, the thing
is, it's a weird points versus damage thing there.
If you watch MMA long enough, you know that you can't rely on the MMA judges being sane or like fans of the sport, or like, you know.
Yeah, I would say especially in a foreign country, but neither of them are in enemy territory, so to speak.
Okay, he's kind of going for like a go-go choke.
Yeah.
Remember that Ben Rothwell used to do that standing. He kind of like grabbed people like this.
He let it go, though, so...
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that would be wild if Yaya got...
Oh! Ooh, solid right hand.
Yeah, he got rocked there. He just tried to get back up. The crowd's still not into this fight, though.
No,
they're not getting louder or anything. They're just like, This fight's almost over, right?
Wait for it to be done.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is a great performance by Simon, though. I'm super impressed here.
Going to the body.
John Anik just made the argument that it was a 10-8 in round one, or you could make the argument. I don't know if I would call it that.
Mispronouncing this guy's name. I think it's Simone.
Is it Simone?
Yeah, I think I just heard Anik say that. We've been saying Simon the whole time.
Fuck off.
Like a bunch of Southern Americans, boy.
Like a bunch of Southern Americans. Tennessee, brother.
Kick his ass, Simon.
Sea bass.
Kick his ass, sea bass. Sea bass.
If you are under the age of 30, you don't get that reference. Actually, Bo's under 30, so... I guess you do. Dumb and Dumber reference. Oh!
See? He just lands that double and then pops back up. Won't be.
This is following a game plan to a T right here.
Just eating 10 seconds, 15 seconds.
Yep.
He's eating at least a minute and a half off the fight just doing that.
Right, yeah. And he saved
but
energy
now
doing
he's
it too.
in. Okay.
More than just...
This is kind of dangerous for him, to be honest.
If there's anywhere, he's going to be in trouble, but there's only about 35 seconds left, so we're closing in here.
I'm really anxious to see what Hani can do in just 30 seconds.
Yes.
But probably not too much from full guard.
Yeah. Yeah, he's safe now. He can... I mean, he could get into a close submission here, but... The odds of getting tapped here, unless it's literally a Ryan Hall and BJ Penn.
Yeah. So he'd have to get armbarred.
Yeah. Yeah, he's trying to land big, close out the round big, emphatically win the round, yelling at him. Yeah, that's smart. So Simone.
That's Simone.
Is it Simone? Simon?
Simon?
Yeah, we're stupid Americans. Living up to the moniker. Americans. Cool.
That's a good round. Probably Simone.
Yeah, if you're giving this fight to Yaya, I would be shocked by that.
Should be Simone.
Lando is next in the main event. That is correct. So somebody was asking what's next.
Lando.
So we got Lando versus Mariano, and then we've got Adesanya versus Silva. To be honest, if I'm being totally honest with you, like more of our coverage on this channel has reflected Adesanya versus Silva. Like, it was kind of the people's main event.
Oh, for sure.
Was the main event.
Are you kidding me? Absolutely.
The Whitaker fight versus Gastelum is amazing, and it's the title, and it should be there. But on the same token, Adesanya is stealing the show. And it's honestly because of Adesanya. Like, Silva's been in other fights. He's been in there against Brunson and all those guys. That wasn't seen to be the people's main event.
Right.
It does matter who you're fighting, and this is just such a great style matchup with two very similar guys. Mm-hmm. I mean, knockout specialists.
He's kind of setting up to be the next McGregor. I really think that
he is. Yeah.
I mean, he's on the way. If he wins this one and keeps talking like he does, his only difference is he says kind of like a lot of weird like anime shit references and Dragon Ball Z shit, which is cool, but
it is kind of
it's not going to catch on. Yeah. It's not going to catch on as quick as McGregor did with just straight shit talking people.
I thought I was going to get a ton of like kickback in the video that I made, like 9 interesting facts about Israel Adesanya, because I was like, that's weird, right? That he's like talking about like we didn't mention Naruto in the video, but we did note like the Last Airbender and all that kind of stuff. That's where he gets his name, Last Stylebender. No kickback whatsoever. I was kind of surprised, but.
Yeah, I guess
they're not fighting now. Jason McNeil asked if they're fighting now. There's one more fight, and then there's that fight. Long John says straight childish. I don't know if you're talking about us critiquing it, or if you're talking about Adesanya's
the fight that's coming up is going to be Lando Venata. Wait a minute, who did the chat pick as far as Anderson and
I think most people are picking Adesanya.
That's smart.
We did a poll where I think it was somewhere around like 15% of people predicted that Silva would win, like a really low percentage. It's unfortunate that Simon didn't get a Simone.
Do you feel like
didn't get a big win here, but he won really smart.
That was
tonight.
awesome. To be unranked and to get that win, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's huge. What were you gonna say though?
What do you think about? Like Anderson came out saying that they should let older dudes use TRT. Do you think it should be like if you have to use it, it should be banned, or what do you think?
I think it questions like. So
I mean, they're like
Tai Tuivasa gets in there with JDS. Who has the better genetics here? Like, probably JDS. Like, nothing's ever really truly level playing field. You know what I mean? Like, because of age. All of a sudden now you get to take a PED, but there are people that are the same age that don't have the same genetics.
Yeah.
It's like Ngannou versus Mighty Mouse. Like, there's a reason for weight classes, you know? Like, some people are just built differently. And you don't give them PEDs to balance out for the person that's built better than they are, you know? I've said this multiple times, and it's a very unpopular opinion, but I think they're all cheating. I really do. I think you're looking at, like, I've heard other fighters say this, so I'm not pulling this out of thin air, like, literally 75% or higher. The Olympic testing guy for the Olympics, which are supposed to be clean sports, like swimming, running, triathlons. Like they're saying that they're all cheating as well. Like the guy who did it for 20 years for the Olympics, the guy who caught Ben Johnson, the first famous like PED trial, basically that somebody went on, was Ben Johnson, the Canadian, was it 100-meter dash, beat Carl Lewis. Carl Lewis, by the way, popped like 3 months before that, and they just let him go with like, oh, you didn't mean to? Okay, cool. Because they wanted the American guy to win. That's the honest truth of it. They wanted the American like guy who had a pop singing career and everything to win. They're throwing the 235. It looks like a really good promo, actually. Anything with Jones, man. It's just there's just so much going on there. But they're playing the promo now for UFC.
I really hope that John just has the next 5 years without any issues at all.
I love the testing protocol that they threw down.
Yeah.
Test him twice a month minimum for the next 10 months. If it turns out this M3 metabolite thing is, if there's any truth to it, you're going to find out this year. Because you're going to have 24 tests.
Right.
On top of all the tests that you've had before that for the past year and a half.
It's
pretty great.
That was
I
a
think
genius
it's the smart way to do it.
Game plan swap up. I mean, he literally said with Gus, last time I fought too close to him. This time I just didn't do that, and he dominated him. It wasn't even close. Anthony Smith, though, is a badass, man. He's big, too. He's almost just as big as him.
I just can't get behind Anthony Smith because he gassed in the second round.
Yeah. I mean,
when have you seen Joan gas? When have you seen Cormier gas? When have you seen Bader gas? We were talking about Bader. When have you seen Gus gas? You haven't seen him gas. You saw him gas in the second round of a three. Oh, it was a 5-round fight, but it was it was early on, and it's just hard for me to see that unless he lands a big punch on Jones.
Right. And he's fighting against Ozdemir as a front runner anyway. Like it's not like
Yeah, I mean Ozdemir's that's a great win. Fantastic win.
Awesome.
But the way it was won, I don't know that I'm necessarily screaming title challenger.
But then again, man, it could be like that Barao Dillashaw thing, It's just like you never know. You never know.
Really,
John at some point is going to lose if he keeps going. It's just how it goes, and it might be really surprising. Like why
he's young though, man. He's young.
Yep. You never know, though, dude.
He's younger than Randy Couture was when Randy Couture started his career.
That's the cool thing about MMA is like when Weidman fought Anderson, I knew Anderson was going to win. And I was the most wrong person in the world.
A lot of people, a lot of fighters were predicting. I remember that pretty starkly. That a lot of fighters were predicting that Weidman was going to win it.
Really?
A lot of fighters were predicting. I was like, you think about it. He who did he
Sarah
knock out right before that?
Wrestler.
Filipino Wrecking Machine. He knocked him out right before that on the feet. And he had other knockouts, and he was also a super strong wrestler, which is what Chael Sonnen was. But he had the knockouts on the feet.
Mark Munoz?
Yeah, Munoz, yeah.
But
Filipino Wrecking Machine.
But to be honest, to beat Mark Munoz and he beat Damian Maia in a 3-rounder, that was okay. Honestly, his wins weren't that great up until then. He beat Alessio Sakara, and he knocked out Mark Munoz with that crazy elbow. That was badass. And then he beat Damian Maia. That's really it. He was 9-0 when he fought Anderson and beat him.
Right.
You realize 9 fights.
9-0. That's it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Silva had a longer winning streak in the UFC as champion.
Yes, exactly. But that's
all that mattered. All that mattered. But the way he was beating his competition, it's just like Cody Garbrandt. I mean, I didn't see Cody Garbrandt beating Cruz. But Cody Garbrandt getting a title shot, I was like, you know what? He hasn't beat that many guys, but he's starching all of them.
Yeah.
And I couldn't complain with it. And
for sure.
When they said Weidman there, I was like, yeah, it might be too early.
Right.
But he also has the tools, if anybody does, to beat Anderson.
She was kind of wondering when that Jones moment is. Is it when he fights Dominic Reyes or whatever, or is it?
Reyes is a better fight, I think.
Yeah,
I like Reyes more.
I think that is okay.
I get why Anthony Smith is there. He's earned his title shot. I get it, but I just don't find it compelling.
If someone was Anthony Johnson should come back at heavyweight. That's the fight right there. Come back at heavyweight. And Anthony Johnson.
Oh yeah.
Because if John wants to be the best athlete of all time, he'll move up to heavyweight.
Somebody just posted, does anybody like fights? Ist Vest? I like fights.
I like fights.
I think some other people here do too. I think you're in the right place. Possibly. It's hard to say. But yeah, Yeah, Anthony Johnson should absolutely come back. He's massive. He's a really big guy. He can do like.
His only loss
he said he
DC.
left for an electrifying
thing,
opportunity outside of like you can do that at any time. You can do that while you fight. It doesn't hinder itself.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of money to be made, but I also get the smartness of saying, you know what, I want to live a long life, and I don't want to, go through CTE.
Literally, the only person he lost to was DC coming back to the UFC.
Yeah.
And you retire off that? Come on, man. Like, you beat Gustafsson.
And he also had a, mind-bogglingly bad performance against DC. It's like, why are you trying to wrestle an Olympian?
Yeah, he tried to wrestle him.
He tried to wrestle an Olympian. Like, what are you doing? Like,
and he dropped DC hard.
In the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he pancaked him.
And then on the second one, he ate that full head kick to the face, broke his nose. You remember that?
In the second one?
Uh-huh.
I don't even remember it breaking his nose.
DC has such a chin, man. He ate a full Anthony Johnson head kick.
What does that say about Jones?
He ducked into it.
What does that say about Jones? Anthony Johnson has way more power. It's just timing.
That's what I'm saying. I think Anthony could come back, and if he lands a punch on Jones, it's completely different. Yeah, anybody in the world.
You're right. Especially as big as he is now. Like,
dude,
Jesus Christ.
Massive, man. Come back at heavyweight and, fight Brock Lesnar or something and just come back and just be a freak.
It'll be the second coming of Alistair Overeem in the Overeem phase.
You just don't want to see him leave while you know he still has some left. Because, in 10 years, he won't be able to come back.
Right.
So, come on. Just knock it. I don't know.
It's important to know that Mariano is doing his walkout right now. This is his first fight in the UFC, and he's in the co-main event.
Yeah.
Dude, talk about an opportunity to make a name. If you lose, there's nothing on the line for him.
Is it just me, or does this dude have a weird-looking bod, Jason? Is it me?
He's got a third world body. I'm just gonna say it.
You say that?
I'm just gonna say it.
I don't think you can say that without getting. I think you lost your YouTube channel.
Malnourished, but still in incredible shape.
He's ripped. It's just an awkward look.
Somebody asked who is the new guy. It's Bo. He's been doing all these streams.
What up, guys?
He's been around since the old
founder.
days.
The founder.
He was a co-founder. Yeah.
He was co-founder. Yeah, took a 3-year hiatus.
He was in for one of our earliest podcasts too. Once we really started doing the channel big.
Happy to be here. Lucky to be here. Jason lets me show up every once in a while and talk shit to you guys.
Party hard. Lando Venata. So he's actually coming off of 2 draws and 2 losses. So he's in a pretty tough place. If he loses this, it's going to be hard to make the case. But you could argue he won his last fight. It was just kind of one of those close things.
Right.
What was the guy that he fought before that? I can't remember his name. The last guy he fought that he drew with.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's going to be able to say in the comments.
Man, when he came in on short notice and almost knocked out Tony Ferguson.
Oh, my God.
That
was one of the best performances from an underdog ever. Without winning.
Greg Jackson guy.
Yeah, and then he had that win that we were just talking about. That John McDessie had that crazy head kick knockout of him. So Lando Venata had a hell of a start to his career.
Yeah. I hope he
could have started off better.
He's usually really entertaining, no matter what.
So ironically, that's the position that Mariano is in now. Lando's not as big a star as Ferguson was, but he's a name that people know. He's somebody that people look forward to seeing.
Watch this.
This is the McDessie knockout that they just showed. Yeah, so it's spinning heel kick. Bam!
Just heel to the jaw.
And that is the crazy thing. Cruz was actually saying he just tossed it out there. That's true. That's what happens if you can land a flush head kick like that. It's there's just so much more power coming from your body. So you can just kind of throw it out there and it'll knock somebody out. But yeah, so Mariano has the chance to kind of do what Lando Venata did with Ferguson if he can win. Even though Lando isn't as big of a name. He just is somebody that people know.
Someone just said GSP or
Is this
Habib.
the co-main? Yes. A GSP or Habib. GSP. Bigger guy.
Better fighter.
Yeah, I think he's more well-rounded.
I just don't consider Habib's record to be that all impressive.
Well, here's the thing.
You wrestle fucked Conor.
Well, here's the thing. So people are saying Conor's records padded, right?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but people are saying that. And so he beat Conor, and then who did he beat before that?
Al
Quinta. So
Rafael dos Anjos, like 4 years before he was awesome.
But the only reason why we're saying that is because he hasn't fought Tony Ferguson. If he fights Tony Ferguson and beats Tony Ferguson...
That's the real thing.
Get rid of your fucking manager, Ali, because he keeps trying to... maybe it's a negotiation tactic, but if he's trying to say that you don't need that fight, he is sabotaging your career because that is the best fight you can possibly get. Dude.
Tony is the guy at 55. Sorry.
Yeah.
That might be the best 55er in the world. Sorry. It's just...
Dana said he earned it, but Dana's also talking about interim title. I mean, apparently, according to Cerrone, he's talking about interim title.
thinking that he beats Conor in... honestly, it was kind of it wasn't the most exciting fight. He did beat him pretty soundly, though. And
yeah, he dominated that fight. Yeah. Absolutely.
He lost round 3, but other than that...
Not impressively, though. Like, Conor didn't have an impressive round. It was just kind of like, I guess he won that
He did lose it, but... Yeah. But he I mean, it's just not the same. To think that you're on GSP's level where you can start naming who you fight and shit like that, and I'm gonna go fight Floyd. No, man.
You could call it a title defense. You know, like, he wasn't interim
Tony
champion,
was the real
defense,
title holder. Tony didn't even lose.
All right, about to start the timer here.
Took my boy's belt away.
Please know that we are going to be a little bit behind because there's a delay from YouTube, and then there's also a delay from us in Australia. Here we go. Started the timer. There we are. So you can sync up with us so you know where we're at.
Can you imagine like thinking you're on the prelims and they just call you and say, "Hey man, by the way, you're the co-main event. You fight before Anderson."
Oh, you're literally in the Fight Pass prelims. On the Fight Pass prelims, and then here you are.
You thought you were gonna fight to like 200 people.
Yeah, I mean,
good head kick.
Legitimately, like, in the arena, it would have been an empty arena.
I really like Khabib, but I just think you can't beat Conor.
Oh, shit, is that actor, the guy that plays Thor in the front row? I'm
just now noticing it's him and Matt Damon over there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Good Will Hunting.
I mean, he's an Aussie, so that makes sense.
Good Will Hunting is my favorite movie.
Oh, somebody said I have the wrong fight displayed. Dude, I'm not excited about Adesanya versus Silva. I threw Adesanya versus Silva up now. I'm just going to go ahead and turn that off.
Venata?
Yeah, I'm just going to change it over to the Venata one. I just got excited and clicked the wrong one. So, thank you for letting me know that.
This Mariano guy, he's no joke.
People are still telling me it's the wrong graphic. Got it. Chris Hemsworth, that's his name.
Chris Hemsworth.
Jen Yoder.
Right.
Thank
Thor,
you for
right?
correction.
Is that Thor?
That's Thor. That's Thor. Yeah, decent head kick to the arm of Venata there. That still hurts.
His striking has looked good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Venata got a huge takedown there.
Straight over in the half guard.
Yeah. Picked him up and kind of did a 180 turn with it. It was nice.
Look at Nowitzki sitting there.
Spicy Milk said, when they fight, turn the volume up and you guys shut up. You do
thanks,
know.
Thanks, dude.
You do know that is, like, you'd literally just be staring at us.
Some people like hearing us talk, man. It's fucking rude.
The truth is, like, that's not fair use. We can't just sit here and turn up the volume to something. That would be really weird that anyone would want to watch that.
Hey, man, would you mind getting your YouTube channel banned so I can not pay $50?
Oh, he said I'm joking. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Respect.
We're just fucking weird, bro.
Bonu, I didn't know. Who said Silva was next fight? Well, he is the next fight.
He is the next fight, bro.
Unless you're talking about our graphic.
Lando's looking okay.
Yeah, Lando's on top. Mariano's got a pretty strong guard here. He's trying to pull a rubber guard. Trying to go for an arm bar there. Yeah, to an omoplata. Yeah, it's pretty much a stalemate here because we're not really seeing... I mean, Venato's on top, but he's not necessarily landing anything. And Mariano is just kind of... he's trying to work out of things. Landed a couple elbows to the head there, which is nice, but not really seeing much action.
Not to distract from this fight, but I know we talked about it a little bit earlier. If you were Jose Aldo's manager, who do you have him fight next?
Ooh. I love the Ortega fight. Yep.
At 45?
Well, because, you say he should go up to 155, right? That's your argument?
Yeah.
So, if he beats Ortega, then he goes up to 155. He looks really good.
We lose to Ortega.
if you lose
He's
to
got
Ortega.
He's got 2 fights left, man.
But I mean, realistically, if you can't beat Ortega at 155, how well are you going to do at 155 against the elite there?
Great.
So it makes a really good case to beat a guy in your native weight class as opposed to beating a guy in a weight class above your weight
Ortega
class.
is a 55er, though, man. He's a 55er that makes 45. He's like Conor, again, him and Max both.
Right.
So, I mean,
Vanetta
if you go
has
styles
big
make
punches
fights,
here, by the way.
if you're Jose, you would think fight Ortega, some guy that, you know, is good but just got his ass kicked, over Dustin Poirier stylistically.
But that's the time to fight him, dude.
That's a banger.
That's the time to fight him.
I think it's
you fight the guy who's on a downturn, who's like the number 2 in the division, and then you move up to 155, and they're like, right, let's match him with somebody in the top 5.
Good elbow by Vanetta right there. That hurt him.
Yeah, getting some big ground and pound right now from Vanetta. Big elbows.
See, in my mind, I would say, well, dude, you kill yourself moving to 45 every time. You have no one else left to beat. You have Ortega that just lost to Max, or you have Max who you lost to a bunch. I think you go up, you fight Poirier or Nate Diaz, and then you go, I deserve a title fight after that.
Right.
And then, or you fight Conor again at 55, you know? I think that's the biggest thing is you want to set yourself up for as much money and notoriety as possible.
You might be able to set yourself up for that if you get this win. Who knows? Conor still doesn't have a fight booked, and if you can get a fight in quick, who knows? But there's a lot of things that would kind of depend on that.
This is definitely a Vanetta round. 10 seconds left.
Last 10 seconds.
He's going for Kimura.
Oh, it's too
that's
late.
deep.
Oh, he tapped! He tapped!
Oh, shit.
Wow. That's a great way to get a win.
Vanetta, man. Just dominant when he got on the ground. Holy shit.
I think that's, to be honest, what everybody wanted. Everybody's just waiting for that main event.
Let's get to the main event, bro.
I think most of the people that are watching the stream right now are waiting for that.
That was badass. Sorry if that clap was super loud. I got excited.
Did one of us say Keylock? Somebody's laughing at Keylock. That's kind of like the old name that they used to say for Kimura. Yeah, I think they might have been laughing at the other comment before it. But you guys are 1 minute behind on the stream. Where are you based, Max? You were saying that Max die in vlogs. Where are you based? Because for us, there's going to be lag from us to you, but there's also lag from Australia to us. So if you're closer to there, you're probably going to get a bit.
Yeah, sorry guys.
A bit better stream.
We can't help the lag part.
So
that was a very tight Kimura, man.
Somebody said send another link. Someone, Jesus Christ, you're getting banned for asking that. This is a fight companion. Have you guys never heard of Joe Rogan? That's why we called it that, because we tried calling it other names and nobody would know what the fuck it is. But there's still a couple people that come on this still thinking it's just a straight live stream. That's illegal. It's $60 for a reason.
That other guy looked really good on the feet, though.
Those links are viruses, too. Don't click them. Don't click them. Flick the Bean said I'm old. Sorry. If your name is Flick the Bean, you're not old. Yeah, they're announcing that Vanetta is won.
Lando Vanetta.
So, yeah.
Now it's main event time.
Yeah. Impressive win for Lando there. Mariano, though, again, first fight in the UFC.
Sorry, guys. We can't turn up the TV either. Sorry, man.
I mean, we'll turn it up for, like, the main event.
Yeah. Like, maybe the commentary a little bit.
You can do it a little bit, the post-fight interview. Yeah, we'll do it there.
Yeah,
but
that's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, like, it's just not the same. How many pay-per-views? How much do you think they've sold for this? It's got to be low. Like, there's a lot of interest here on YouTube, but
I think it might be in like the 300K range just because Anderson's on it.
Yeah.
Maybe 300-400 max.
If it sells well, minus Whitaker and Gastelum, with Adesanya and Silva there, Adesanya's a star. We already know Silva's been a star in the past.
Right.
It's a question if he still is now.
We don't really know. We don't really know Stylebender's drawing power, though. We don't really know it by himself yet.
Yeah, but I do think that this is largely sold on him. Like I mentioned, Derek Brunson versus Anderson Silva didn't sell anything. I think this could have been Derek Brunson versus Adesanya, and it probably still would have sold decently well, because it's him earning a title shot. That's the narrative.
Right.
Silva earning a title shot too, so really there's something to be said for that.
But then again, man, this is not a great pay-per-view, to be honest. I mean, no offense to Sam Alvey and Jimmy Crute, but it's just like,
or Vanetta, they're good fighters. But
if you go back 10 years, you would know every main card fighter. every time almost.
Right. Because they would have like 4 or 5 events a year, period.
Right.
Like you go back to pre-Spike TV, like they literally held 4 or 5 events a year.
Well, that's why I think that people knew it. There's so many people that like casual fans can't really keep up with it. Like casual fans aren't going to know who Lando Venati is. No offense to him. But back in the day, it would be like Matt Hamill versus Keith Jardine. And Forrest Griffin fights whoever, and those are your main card people. And
here's the other part of that, though. What do you do about all the fighters on your roster? Do you just not sign them and let them go to Bellator, Rise, and all these other places?
Well, my thing.
Or do you just have free cards?
I think you have 500 fighters on roster, 250 are in that like kind of challenger contender series league.
Yeah.
To allow them to just fight and then come up with highlights or whatever.
Sure.
But then your main cards, your ESPN cards, should be stacked with people you know.
Right.
That's just how it is, and you bring them along slow and move them up. But you're just gonna lose viewership when you have people you don't know fighting. That's just how it is. People want narratives to your fights, so when they see strangers fighting, casual fans rarely respect just what's going on, what's going on technically.
Well,
they won't understand it.
It's
they don't
tough to
understand it.
buy.
I don't even understand it. So a lot
it's
of the
tough
time.
to buy based on that.
Right.
You know, like the guy that literally just fought in the co-main event right now, this was his first UFC fight.
Right,
It's
exactly.
understandable that you don't know who he is.
Right.
Mariano.
And Chasm had her 6th fight on a pay-per-view, like on main card.
Yeah, she only had one other fight in the UFC. And
right.
That was her 6th
Exactly.
fight. Yeah.
And so you would never see that.
Yeah.
In any other fight league, like hey,
Well, you mean any other league.
Or any
Pro
other
league.
major sport. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's very rare to see that. But I don't know, people like narratives. When you can't appreciate the technicality of the fight that's going on, which you can't.
Well, here's the thing.
Then you want to know why they're fighting each other, and you need a story behind it, you know?
Well, here's the important point about that. Everyone, they always get stuff kind of wrong, if you're being honest. Like, any of the analysts out there, they don't really know until you see it.
Right.
You know? So
Right.
it's like, if someone's new to the UFC, you've never heard of them before, we don't know how good they are because we haven't seen them against elite competition yet. And they might indeed be worthy of that. But until they do it, you're just kind of going off of like, all right, well, this guy had some great fights in the underleagues. But guys like Will Brooks come over, you assume they're going to be great, but they just get starched.
Right,
you know,
exactly.
It's a really kind of tough situation to be in, and there has to be that. We can't just predict based on... there is no true amateur. Amateur is like, they call the amateur ranks, but... In terms of not being in the UFC, it's basically amateur. It's basically like college football versus NFL
But see,
football.
this is a pay-per-view, man. People are paying $70 for it. Like, if you're paying money out of your pocket, then show me fighters that I know, that I care about. Show me the people that have the history because that keeps me enthralled as a fan. That's going to make me want to buy it.
Yeah.
If I'm a casual fan, sure, I'll watch Sam Alvey fight anytime on a fight night. Anytime on a whatever, like free TV, I'm tuning in. But if it's a pay-per-view, I feel like they should be stacked. Like, you're asking $70 from your fan base. Like, how many people are you losing because, I was a hardcore fan 8 years ago and I have no idea who you have on now or anything like that. I don't know.
It's difficult. Like, what do you do with all those other guys on the rosters? I say you throw them on free TV.
Right.
You throw some decent fights on there. Lessen your schedule a bit. You don't need to have that many cards.
Right.
Lessen your schedule a little bit, and then throw the bigger names onto the bigger cards, which will sell them. So it's in it for you, like the money for you. But then again, how many people bought Conor versus Habib for the first fight on the main card, the second fight on the main card, the third fight on the main card?
Well, that's the thing.
They might have bought it for Tony versus who am I thinking of? Pettis. They might have bought it for that, but they really did buy it for that. And I do think that is the other side to this. The UFC is well aware of
Black
that.
Beast versus Volkov too. I mean that's.
But how many people bought it for that?
Yeah. I mean, very few. I think
the strength of all them together.
But that kind of sucks. Like, I don't want to buy 5 fights because I really want to buy one. I want to buy 5 fights because I want to buy 5 fights. You know.
But think about this too, though. So I'm playing devil's advocate here. By the way,
I know.
So
playing, I don't want to spend much money.
And dude, believe me, I'm buying all of them, so I'm right there with you. But like, it is one of these type of things where it's like, nobody really does buy it for that kind of thing. They usually do buy it for the main card.
Right.
And just look at the audience. Who from the audience is even there before the main card?
Right.
Like, it's empty. No one really cares about it. And then during the main card, people are still trickling in, and then you really start to see people 3 fights out from the main event. That's when you really start to see it.
Right.
Like, we're going to be going to UFC Nashville next month when that happens, and it's going to be empty until the co-main event. It really is.
Well, a perfect example is like 235 is a perfect stacked card.
Yeah.
It's got people that you know all through the entire main card. It's got Garbrandt, and then you have Lawler and Askren, and then Woodley, Usman, and then Jones. Like, that's a perfect stacked pay-per-view card. If you can make everyone like that, then that should sell.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, that is a good point, too, because most cards don't have unicorns like Khabib versus Conor on it. Most cards, they have a strong headliner, and they have a decent co-main.
Mm-hmm.
And in the case of UFC 235, you've got a really strong co-main and headliner. So
and
if
the
one
prelims.
falls out, you're okay.
Even the openers. I mean, you have Gas.
Yeah.
You have
Gas.
Gas.
He's gonna fight Whitaker.
He might be on there. Yeah, Jesus Christ, that was embarrassing. But you know, Garbrandt.
Yeah. So it was
Here
walking out, you guys.
Here we go. Anderson Silva.
All right, so
might be the last time he ever walks out. It could be.
Well, so let's throw out the last minute ones. You and I have already talked about it. I've got Adesanya. You've got.
I've got Sawbender too. To be honest, I have
You got
money.
Sawbender,
I have money on Anderson just because.
You got money
I respect that dude.
in those underdog race.
Yeah, absolutely.
What plus 400? You're gonna make some money.
I got money on Anderson, but it's kind of foolish to pick against.
Yeah. Well, so throw those out there.
I go first round TKO though by Sawbender.
Ooh, I'm always afraid to do that. Maybe second round TKO. Let's see.
Anderson did get outboxed by Michael Bisping. Don't forget that.
Somebody said Silva's going to take a dump on Adesanya's mouth. Why? He says it's normal.
It's normal.
It's normal. It was Rick. The comment scrolled by as soon as I said that. All right, I'm out here trying to get spoiled. If Silva wins, Jason does a shoey with his wife. No, sir.
You want to do a proper 12 bet?
I'm hearing first rounds. Oh, a proper 12 bet. We can do a proper 12 bet.
Okay, I'll pick Silva.
So, oh, wow. Okay, yeah. So
we'll do a proper 12 shot bet.
We'll do one no matter what. We'll do it this way.
We'll just do a shot.
Dude, I don't think I have shot glasses anymore. My roommates used
we'll
to
just
have
take
one.
them out of glasses.
I might have one. We'll do a shoey. So
I'll take that and shoot.
So if it doesn't happen in the round, it happens in like that we predicted. Then we still have to do one. Basically, we'll probably end up doing one.
Basically, we're going to take a shot with you guys at the end of this.
Yeah.
Probably.
But, all right, so we'll put some stakes on it. I'll say second round, Adesanya, TKO. You say?
I say first round.
You're going to play devil's advocate. Oh, I thought you were going to play devil's advocate with Silva.
Oh, I'll go Silva. I bet Silva against you.
Okay.
Silva, second round TKO.
Yeah, and so who you guys got? Silva by front kick to the face in the third.
Could
Man,
happen.
if he could repeat that, that'd be crazy.
Jesus.
Silva TKO third round. A couple of them.
Look at Cejudo in the back.
Cejudo
right here. He's on the right.
Oh, I see him. Yeah.
He's hanging out.
Hiding out. Yeah.
It's hard to see him. He's so little. He's just the littlest badass.
I kind of is the truth because there's the kind of other official there that's standing right in front of him. You can't see him. Silva goat, Stylebender KO second round. Silva knockout. Anderson Silva's gonna win. Asian girls rock.
Dude, look at him. More. Just the best middleweight ever.
Yeah, crowd's on their feet right now watching him walk in here, man.
Isn't that crazy?
You can't not respect a guy like that, man. He's one of the greatest ever, if not the greatest ever.
The stuff that he's
right there, man.
In that run,
it's all personal opinion to say whether he's not.
In that run of, man,
like killers, big names, former champions.
I remember the exact place I was when he front kicked Vitor, and that was roided out Vitor. It was UFC 126. And it was incredible. I was at Hooters. I was at Hooters in Riverside, bro. I'll never forget it.
Some people watching this outside of the States don't necessarily like know this, but like even in the States, it's kind of rare to find people to watch fights with. Like before we like started hanging out, it was basically like I had another group of friends I would sometimes watch it with, but that was about it. It was only bigger cards. So like I used to watch a lot of this stuff just kind of alone.
Yeah.
Like you would just kind of be like, all right, like I'll go hang out after. And, you know, if people want to go do something, we'll go out after. But like, pretty much stuck to watching the fights at home.
Isn't it funny that me and you hated each other until we found out we liked fights?
Yeah.
That's a good
planetary astronomy.
That's a good story.
Yeah, basically Bo was in the back. By the way, Adesanya is walking out right now.
Yeah, let's go.
But yeah, Bo was in the back hanging out with a bunch of ruffians. He wasn't the ruffian, but they were, and so I just assumed he was that
Ruffians?
way. Yeah, ruffians. I'm using old school, like old man names for stuff. Yeah.
You live in England?
That's why they call me Gramps. Yeah, but he was hanging out with a bunch of assholes in the back.
Ruffians.
And he was chill, but you just didn't know it. And then literally one day I walked by and he was like pulling up a UFC card. I was like, oh shit, this guy might actually be all right. And then started talking about music, and that's where I come from. That's where he comes from. So it was like, all right, cool. Then we were roommates.
Hey.
We're not roommates now, but we were roommates back in the day. Look, Bob, front kick KO, first round.
Anderson does. I would imagine Anderson has a pretty good advantage on the ground here. Just jiu-jitsu wise.
I think so too.
Jiu-jitsu wise.
Well, that's something that Adesanya said. He said he thinks that Silva might actually try to pull guard.
He could.
And I wouldn't blame him. Oh, let me turn that timer off.
But his defensive grappling is really good. I mean, Brunson can't take you down, then you're probably doing okay.
Yeah, Brunson can't take you down, and he's a wrestler,
Anderson
like a proper
shouldn't
wrestler.
take you down.
Yeah, Anderson would like. It would really have to be one of those things where you're no longer thinking about a takedown, and he just kind of catches you trying to come in. But Adesanya plays on the outside, and so does Silva. That's the other thing about this. So, like, there is a potential that this could be kind of boring. There is a potential that Silva, we've seen him against Nate Diaz. Yeah, got Gaslam in the crowd with
Kelvin's in there with Cejudo's belt.
Yeah.
Well, Anderson usually likes to start really slow, and he's had some fucking boring fights. Remember Damian Maia?
Damian Maia was one of the worst.
But I don't
Thomas Laties was pretty boring.
But Stylbender's never had a boring fight.
No. Yeah.
He's outpointed people, but it was still exciting the whole way through, like Tavares and stuff.
That's the real question. Like, how much does, like... This is the just, like, a real question. How much does the two of them crying affect either of their games? Like, is Anderson Silva the same?
I hated that, man.
Like, I like the reality of it. I like the fact that they're not talking shit just to make up shit, to try to hype the fight. They're just being real. That's what I liked about it.
Sure.
But how much does that affect their game? Does Israel respect him too much? Is Silva too close to the end to really, like, fake. Employ...
I thought it was fake by Anderson, to be honest.
I mean,
I think he's trolled so much, man. Think about his entire career when he's...
It's always in the cage, though.
He definitely has. It's normal. It's normal, man.
He wasn't caging, though.
It's normal, dude. You don't think that
wasn't a troll? He was responding to... And he was brushing off Chael's comments. He's like, it's normal.
He said that he would let Chael come to a barbecue. Like, he's definitely trolled people.
No, serious. You don't think Silva would bring him to a barbecue?
Like,
Silva's a legit nice dude.
Kick him in the fucking head.
Dude, he'll knock your ass out and then he'll invite you over. He's 100% that kind of guy.
Maybe so.
It's like GSP. GSP would invite you over.
I thought the crying thing just seemed kind of uncharacteristic of him. I feel like he'd be okay.
People keep telling us to turn the TV up. We can't do it, homie. It's not fair use. We can sit here and watch it with you guys. Turn it on your TV. This is only meant to be a fight companion. These nuts, it's time. What time is it? They're still doing the introductions. They're doing Anderson Silva's introduction. Let's see. People keep saying the play button. If that's the way you want to go, you guys just need to look into it a little bit more if you're trying to get fake streams.
Buffer announcing it. Let's go.
Yep.
Here we go.
Well, Adesanya is like on his knees in the middle of the cage as he's being introduced by Bruce here.
He's style bending.
Yeah, he's doing some anime shit. Yeah.
He's kind of a skinny dude, man.
I mean, that's always what he says. He always says, like, Anderson Silva was a skinny black guy. I'm a skinny black guy. He proved that I can do it.
That
was crazy acrobatic right now.
Fucking incredible.
He just did like a one-handed jump cartwheel. That was pretty dope.
Imagine if he fell doing it.
If he fell. Imagine how much that would throw your game off before the fight starts.
He's got 2 inches.
All right, here we go. They're facing off.
Can we turn it up, bro?
We can turn it up
Just
a little bit.
Just a little.
But we still have to talk over top of it.
Herb is the Anderson straight face on this guy. Here we go.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna be able.
Dude,
to
I'm feeling.
I'm not gonna be able to look at the chat at all, man. I'm not gonna be able to look at the chat at all.
All right, we'll start the timer when the round starts. Dude, this is fucking crazy right now. This is about to go down.
Let's see if Stylbender's the real deal.
All right, here we go. Timer started. Yeah, a lot of questions to answer in this one right here.
Orthodox to southpaw.
Yeah, this is exactly what I kind of thought the round would start off like.
Anderson always takes like that first minute to kind of feel out timing and stuff.
He's going to read you, and then he's going to start sniping. Got some leg kicks from Adesanya.
Well, now we got southpaw to southpaw.
And straight to the thigh. Yeah, a couple of southpaws, so that makes it a little weird too.
Now it's swapped again.
Yeah, Adesanya's got that ability to swap.
I feel like they
Silva
both. I
does
feel like they
too.
both really do.
I feel like Adesanya a bit more. Glory is kind of like the equivalent of K1 these days.
Man, what if this is vintage Anderson? What if vintage Anderson shows up?
Dude, I want to see the best fight possible
Absolutely.
here. I would love to see Anderson just start like throwing some big shots here. I mean, that Chris Lieben fight will never ever leave your mind. Once you've seen that, like Jesus. Yep. So far, that's basically all we've seen.
Right.
Adesanya's landed a couple of leg kicks.
No punches really thrown.
They've landed to the thigh, which is smart considering Silva's history. What he can tell you about trying to land it to the lower leg. Trying to land it to that calf can be pretty dangerous.
I can't imagine, like, no one.
Oh! He went for a question mark kick, but it didn't quite land.
Anderson's kind of pushing now.
Yeah, Anderson's coming forward. Adesanya just kind of put his fist in his face. He didn't
Kinda
really.
keeped him.
Yeah. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of. They're trying to read. They're really trying to
feints.
A ton of feints. Yeah, they're trying to figure out some patterns here. Neither of them are really giving each other anything that solid. Adesanya kind of threw a right hand there, but it wasn't really any confidence behind it. Another left hand there, but blocked. Oh. Yeah. So Adesanya went for a head kick, but he didn't land it.
Oh, good right hand by
Stylebender. Silva's charging ahead. So
good right hand.
Silva got hit, and he almost dropped, but he stayed standing.
Yeah.
It was like he dropped for a second.
Right. Another right hand by Stylebender.
Yeah, Adesanya's landing here.
Another elbow and knee.
Elbow and a knee. Silva smiling at him. There's like a reverse question mark there from Adesanya. Another right hand from Adesanya. Adesanya's landing at will.
He's way quicker.
Yes. He's landing at will here.
Anderson's so confident, but man, you're 43, bro. Like,
you gotta be. You can't go in there. You can't go in there questioning yourself.
No.
Ooh, that looks a little rough. Anderson's.
Herb was in the way right there.
Yeah, Adesanya. Okay. There's a time called for some reason. Oh, he's checking their teeth. Oh,
he's making sure that
he thought somebody dropped a mouthpiece. I don't understand why the crowd ever boos during that stuff. It's always strange to me. There was a body kick landed by Silva there. That was pretty nice. Almost a big shot landed by Silva there. Big shot landed by Silva
right
there.
Hand by Anderson.
Yeah, strong right hands. It was a counter to Adesanya's right. Nice
right.
1-2 by Adesanya. So he's throwing some crazy shit out there. Just throwing his hands.
Having fun, man.
That was smart.
He went for spinning shit.
Yeah, went for spinning shit and got a leg kick out of that. You don't see that often. That was calf to calf. How much does calf to calf do?
I think he kind of like pulled back on it and just kind of settled to hit the calf.
Kind of realized he didn't have anything. Yeah.
Oh, that fucking teep.
Yeah, nice little teep kick from Silva there.
I don't know, when Silva's coming in with like that fake kick, he's kind of pausing. He's just leaving his chin up in the air. Anderson almost pulled the trigger on it one time. Ooh. Ooh, that was close.
Big head kick from Adesanya, but Silva ducks. Silva went back into the Forrest Griffin days right there.
Silva goes close.
Oh, nice left hand by Adesanya there, and he kind of did a push kick to the body. Silva came forward, but he didn't land.
Oh, Anderson's coming down.
Oh, Silva's throwing some weird shit. Oh, man. That was some big shots thrown by both of them. Both missed.
10 seconds left in the first.
Throw them with intention.
You'd probably go Stylebender, yeah?
Probably Stylebender. There was a big shot by Silva landed, but Adesanya had the bigger shot that almost knocked him down.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, man.
What a legendary way to end the first. Man.
Adesanya ends it with a taunt. It's like,
great.
Come here.
That was awesome.
That was amazing. That was a great first round.
That was incredible.
That's kind of what you hoped. You want it to start slow. You want it to build up. You don't want to see a quick knockout.
I didn't want it completely done.
You want to see some parries. You want to see some people come back. You saw a little bit of both of that rounds.
Awesome.
That was great. I feel like Silva didn't look. There was a couple shots that he threw, and he's just like, oh shit, I almost lost my balance, but it was good.
I think he's just. I mean, man, he's 43. That's just how it is.
Yeah. His corner is telling Silva that he's waiting too long. That's kind of an interesting thought.
Oh, that was.
They wanted to be more aggressive.
They
just showed the replay of him almost getting knocked out there. It's like he regained consciousness while he was falling enough to still stay standing, and he was just back. He wasn't wobbly after that. It's kind of wild. Yeah.
There we go. Round 2.
All right.
Round 2.
Gonna start the timer once it gets back in. Here we go. We're back. Yeah, Adesanya, I give that round to him for sure. But we saw some good moments from Silva. We saw a big punch landed by Silva.
Oh, yeah.
We saw Adesanya a bit tested to the
chin. Shit.
Crazy kick there from Silva, but it was nowhere near its target.
He's never out of it, man. He needs the old crafty dude.
Yeah.
He's in those Randy Couture stages, you know? Like.
Right.
Oh, that right hand.
It was a solid, quick right hand. It didn't have a ton of power, but it landed flush to Adesanya. That was great. Yeah, Cruz is just saying that he agrees with the corner advice for Silva to stop waiting, to start being. I thought he was pretty aggressive in that round.
Yeah,
most of the exchanges started from Silva. So
but he's really not. He's not like attacking with lead leg kicks. He's not really. He's not throwing as much as he should. I think.
Right.
He could be scoring in these kind of like lull moments.
Right. Doesn't necessarily need to come forward with reckless abandon. Maybe just throw something out there. Just
pawing with your jab, throwing hitting that lead leg.
This is kind of interesting
here.
Yeah, they're kind of. Oh shit! There was 3 solid shots by Adesanya.
Anderson tried to drop his hands for it.
Yeah, he just ate it. Checked leg kick there from Silva. Oh my god, dude. This fight is so...
it's awesome.
Yeah, this is so tense,
it's incredible.
Dude. Yeah. It's almost like they're both waiting for counters, but then Silva goes in with a crazy spinning back kick there. I don't...
good
big right hand. Yeah, or left hand, rather, from Adesanya there. Missed head kick.
Narrowly missing with that head kick.
Almost went for a Showtime kick.
Big right hand from
Silva.
Anderson. Backed up Israel for sure.
Those are the shots that really hurt you, man, because you don't see them. It's the classic idea.
That's what I'm saying. If he beats him, man, it'd be on good left
couple
hand.
Shots from Anderson there. He's got him against the cage. Uppercuts, dirty clinch, dirty boxing.
Ooh. Anderson's scoring now.
Yeah. Anderson's landing a bit more here. He's throwing some crazy
that was a good leg kick.
Shit out again.
That was a good leg kick by
that's the smart thing. While he's trying to distract you here, laying somewhere else. Laying low.
I feel like he's just one shot away, but he can't land clean on him. He's having a tough time landing clean on Anderson. Both of them really are having a tough time.
I feel like they both landed some decent shots, but it's never, it's not been like a really hard shot. There's been some good counters from Silva. There was that shot that almost rocked Silva early. Adesanya almost.
Ooh, another right hand.
Yeah, he started going for a Muay Thai on Silva, and he gave up on that quick.
On now.
Yeah, Silva's coming forward
with his jab.
Yeah. He's hitting. He's popping him. Silva's really starting to throw some crazy head movement at him, and really just kind of.
Staubender's real hesitant now, though. He's not even following through with a lot of these strikes.
Right. He's trying to circle away, but Silva's getting in his face, and he's wanting to employ the dirty, kind of dirty boxing, the Muay Thai clinch. And Adesanya knows, like, he's got some Muay Thai in his history too, but
he's much more.
He knows he doesn't want to be in that clinch with him.
Yeah.
Much more in the kickboxing style.
You don't want to be in a Muay Thai clinch with Anderson.
It was a decent little right hand that landed by Adesanya.
Anderson looks confident, man. Like
Anderson.
And this is only 3 rounds.
Woo!
This is only 3 rounds.
Anderson's being aggressive here. I like it. Adesanya is more trying to stay on the outside, and that's when you see him getting. I don't know how flush that was from Silva.
It wasn't super flush, but he was the one closer to landing.
Yeah. This might be Silva's round here.
It could be.
There was the 3 shots that were landed by Adesanya earlier on in the round, though, that were super strong.
Staubender's really not out. Like, he's not outclassing him as well as I thought he would.
We're both taking shots already. What did you say? First round? I said second round.
Yeah.
But you also said Silva will win. So if for the bet, for the purpose of the
we're both taking shots.
Oh man, yeah, it's kind of slowed down here at the end of the round. They're kind of like, oh shit, he's landing on me. He's landing on me. Let's chill out. Silva's coming forward though. Silva's charging him. He's not landing anything. He landed a dirty boxing punch there in the clinch.
15 seconds left, and Anderson's pushing him.
Yeah. Anderson's winning this round.
Yeah, for sure. Anderson's the aggressor.
There were 3 really solid shots from Adesanya, and he landed 1 or 2 solid punches. Oh, he keeps going for that leg kick. He's trying to fake for the head kick.
I think you go Anderson's round.
I think it's 1-1.
I think it might be 1-1. Anderson is 1 round away from winning the title shot.
What do you guys think? Somebody said Silva winning. Anderson takes round 2. Israel not taunting at the end of this one. That's a pretty good comment there, yeah.
It's only 3 rounds, guys. Sorry, man. Yeah.
Dude, there is an insane amount of people watching the stream right now. Relative to our channel size, that's really good. All right, here we go. Oh, no, they're still in the corner. 1-1.
Yeah, I think it's 1-1. I think they're 1-1 too.
Yeah, a lot of people agreeing with us there. Israel respects him way too much. That's a good point. I mean, that's what we were talking about. Was the kind of crying at the weigh-in, did that show too much respect? But the same could be said for Silva. So it's hard to say.
I thought it was a ploy by Anderson, to be honest, but I also thought Israel would be going off a lot harder than he is. I mean, neither one of them are wearing that much damage.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not seeing a lot of just crazy bloodiness. They're not like anybody's super bruised up or anything.
This is when you want 5 rounds, though, man.
Dude.
This fucking sucks.
Yeah. The fact that this could be what decides the fight is kind of, if it doesn't come to a finish.
But also fucking just...
I mean, it puts the stakes on this round big time. But yeah, you wish you were seeing 2 more rounds after this if it doesn't get a definitive finish. Oh, wow. They're chanting for Silva. Oh. Okay, I think there was an unintentional eye poke, but he was like,
he said it was an eye poke, but it was his glove.
Yeah, it was from an actual punch. Oh, whoa! Oh no, he's faking it.
He faked it.
Jesus, he faked us more than he did Adesanya. Adesanya didn't react to it at all.
He faked everybody out.
Yeah, Silva got hit with a leg kick, and
Anderson's
he just kind of bent over.
talking to him now. Anderson's playing mental games.
Oh! That's where you don't want to be. Oh my God! He patted the fence up. He's like,
Anderson's
the fence
just
is
playing
okay.
games with him.
Dude, actually,
yeah, he's got a mouse under his eye.
Yeah,
under his right eye.
I didn't see what shot did that. That might have been from the glove shot.
He's pulling.
It might have been from the eye poke.
Old Stephan Bonner standing against the cage.
Yeah, he's not putting his arms down.
No.
That's a wise choice, but he is against the cage. He's not trying to circle out. Adesanya went for a question mark kick, but that wasn't there.
Yeah, he does have a mouse
just put his arm
out.
out.
Oh, it's kind of over his eye too.
That's from the eye poke. I guarantee it. I guarantee it's from the eye poke.
Punch.
Oh, he's like, no, come and get me against the cage. He's like, whatever.
That's incredible.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Dude, if he knocks him out immediately after that,
right?
Ooh, man. Talk about one of the weirdest taunts in history.
Doing that. That's just
I love that too.
The theatrics are incredible.
Adesanya almost doesn't know what to do here.
Yep.
He's just kind of staring at him. And Silva's like, attack me. I'm going to counter you.
They both have similar, like, come on, counter punch styles.
Adesanya's like, do I just give him an open counter?
Herb.
What do I do here?
Now they just swap. Herb, come on, bro.
Yeah, he's like, come out to the center. That's such a strange call. You would think his back being against the cage would be a bad thing. But Adesanya didn't want any of it. Ooh, a couple more leg kicks there from Adesanya there.
Israel's dodging him. He has not landed that many punches, though.
I mean, he's landed some solid punches, but not in this round.
2.5 minutes left. Title
Yeah,
shot on the line.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, that's a good question mark.
Yeah, they're actually chanting for Silva here.
Yeah.
This is kind of shocking.
Well, it's kind of cool. It's the old dude kind of hanging in there with the young guy,
right.
man.
You would just expect,
right?
You know, New Zealand is kind of seen as the little brother.
Yeah.
Or I don't know how people necessarily categorize themselves in New Zealand, but you would just expect Adesanya would be getting the chance here. Oh man!
Come on! Just
dude, Silva.
Tons of volume. 2 minutes. Silva doesn't look bad at all.
Even if Silva gets knocked out brutally here, Silva's shown that he's not done, man. He's shown that he's not done.
He's definitely not done.
Oh!
Come on.
That right hand there was, it missed, but Silva was throwing hard there. It's a decent.
This is still anybody's round, though.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have a hit on who won. Honestly, Silva being against the cage and taunting him could actually go against him. Because he's basically giving up position. There's nice counter punching while moving backward from Adesanya there.
He's
solid.
pretty much only landing leg kicks. It's nothing super significant. He landed that one punch that kind of landed that mouse. Nothing super. I mean, he's not getting hurt.
That was more of a it was kind of more the glove there too, so that's kind of hard to say. I mean, that is going to weigh in the judge's decision. Right. They don't necessarily know what's going on.
Most of his significant strikes are just leg kicks.
Yes, but it's landing. It's scoring when no one else is scoring. Dude, 2 more rounds. Ooh, there was a solid left shot. Another one. Oh, Jesus. Silva's just eating it. He got hit again. Oh.
Silva's 40 seconds. That's what you want. Come on.
He's saying, Adesanya, give me everything you got here. Oh, he landed a jab there.
He did.
Dude, this is a close fight.
Close fight.
I think Adesanya has won this round with 30 seconds left to go. We got more time, but at this point, I think Adesanya's landed more in this round. Silva's given up space. Oh my God! If that would have landed.
Oh, if that would have landed.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Silva came back with his own spinning kick, man. Oh Jesus.
10 seconds left.
It's like a roundhouse kick and then a spinning back kick right back to back. Dude, if there's a knockout. Oh man. I give it to Adesanya. I think that third round he did more.
Dude, Anderson
First
looked
round
awesome.
he almost Anderson looked great.
Anderson looked fucking great.
This is a fight.
You hung in there with Stylebender.
This is a fight he was supposed to get finished in. This is a fight he was supposed to get shown his age. Yep. He was supposed to get shown the door.
Pass the torch. And
it was supposed to be decisive. Anderson just said thank you for everything in his ear. Jesus Christ. All right,
that's awesome, man.
Who you guys got?
Cool moment, man.
Let's toss it to the comments. Who you guys think actually won that round? See what you guys are saying. Rematch 5 rounds. God damn it! I wish we had 2 more rounds. So bad.
I think Stylebender could lose that fight on some scorecards, man.
3 people just said Silva won.
I think you go.
You think Silva won that last round?
You could go Silva 2-1. The
first round he almost got knocked out in that first round. He got hit with a shot that
second was his though, and then you go third.
Right. But the third round, what did Silva do? Israel, Izzy, Adesanya,
you should
Anderson.
go Israel. You should go Israel. But crazier things have happened, man.
Oh yeah, crazier things have happened. Absolutely.
Way crazier things,
especially with the crowd on his side.
You're
the
talking
crowd
about
chanting for
you're
him.
talking
That's
about the difference
the
of like 8 significant strikes.
Somebody said Lobov.
Yeah, Artem Lobov with
the goat. I'm here. I think I'm seeing so we got Silva, Israel 29-28, Izzy, Silva.
Should be Izzy 29-28.
You're bums for not talking about the rounds. We have talked about the rounds.
Yeah,
what are you
talking about it all
We've
the
literally
time.
talked about that the whole time.
You're
Izzy, Israel. Somebody says MAGA. Jesus Christ.
Man.
Oh, Jesus. I scrolled down a little bit and just jumped ahead.
I'm
like
just happy
2
Anderson didn't
pages.
get humiliated, man. That was awesome.
I think we're seeing a pretty split kind
Let's
of call
Let's
here.
see. Can we turn it up?
Somebody's saying Jason is terrible at this. He just wants Adesanya to win. Panda Bay, you make the
Can we turn
argument.
this up?
All right, they're announcing it now.
We go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 29-28, 30-27, and
It's
30-27.
unanimous. It's unanimous.
for the winner.
It's Israel.
By unanimous decision, Israel.
Israel got it. I mean, I don't think it was 30-27. That's ridiculous. I don't see how you give him the second round.
You can't give him the second round at all. That was bullshit. But he did just beat.
Yeah, really, really fucking close fight. They just kneeled in front of each other in the cage and bowed. That's pretty awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Adesanya's crying.
Yeah, they're crying.
This fight
they're
meant a lot
They're
to him.
both crying in the cage, man.
I don't think Silva's done, man. A fight like that shows he can fight anybody.
Nah, that was incredible.
All right, we're gonna turn it up for the audio here.
But the man of the hour, folks, the last style bender, Israel Adesanya. I know this was a fight week, not without its challenges, but in the end, the story is the same. 16-0. Congratulations on a huge win.
Fuck, what up? This is crazy. This is like for a kid just to play. You know, if I'm playing basketball to play against Michael Jordan, this is it for me. You know, you guys all play EA Sports. I do this shit for real, and I do it against the best. So, fuck what you mean, you know. But yeah, crazy week. You know, I showed up to work. A lot of people didn't, even though it's out of their hands. You know, sometimes it's not in your control.
Oh shit, the crowd's booing him.
The controller, so I
Oh
showed
man.
up. And Anderson, thank you. Obrigado, my friend. You've been doing this for a long time, and I appreciate you. You know, and Rob, real quick, Kelvin, put that belt down. Seriously. And whatever happens next,
He just called that gas
shut
one.
your fucking mouth. What you gonna do when I run wild on you? I
Oh.
love you guys. Fuck out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen,
He went full Hulk Hogan
Oh,
at the
let's
end.
go Anderson. Don't retire, man.
No,
and we step over here and grab a minute.
if you're performing like that
Dude,
against a guy
him
who's just
versus
got a
Nick
title
Diaz.
shot,
Him versus Nick Diaz retirement fight.
Anderson the Spider Silva.
I don't know. Nick Diaz.
Fans love you so much.
I don't know.
Fuck outta here,
I don't
Nick
give a
Diaz.
shit. I don't care.
Fight anybody, Nick
Your thoughts
Diaz.
on what just transpired?
I'm very happy, guys. First of all, I need to say thank you, God. Thank you for giving me one more chance for coming here and do my best. And I love my job, you know. I know it's tough. This game is tough. No fighters in that category is amazing, guys. Is stronger. But, you know,
What?
this is my heart. This is my life. I continue to fight because this is my heart. Thank you. Thank you for every single person come to here today. Thank you. I love you guys. Thank you.
After this effort tonight in defeat, I think a lot of people are going to want to see you fight again. Any insight into your fighting future?
I don't know, but I try to fight in Curitiba, my city, and I go back training and back to see my family, and maybe I fight in Curitiba.
Yeah, that's a
You are
good call.
legend of a man.
Hell yeah, dude.
a
One
legend
more.
of a
Come on.
fighter. Thank you.
Guys, 1 second. I go joke a little bit. I don't know. Everybody will understand, but I go try. Adrian, I love you. Thank you so much, guys. Thank
He
you.
just did a Rocky
Ladies and
impression.
gentlemen, one of the best to ever do it. Anderson.
If you would have said, "Hey,
Nice.
yo, Adrian," it
Right.
might have translated more to the live crowd. But yeah,
Man, I wish that was 5.
That was great.
Though. I wish that was 5.
people are asking who won. It was Adesanya. Adesanya win.
That
some people
30-27
call-
was bullshit.
Yeah,
though.
that's bullshit. It was
That's bullshit.
29-28.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anderson landed more in that second round.
How do you give
sure.
that? How do you give him round 2? Just don't understand.
Yeah. So we got some shots to do, brother.
Break
I
up
guess
the
we'll
proper
just do it out of
flow.
the cups because I don't have these.
That's
so,
cool.
should I go get it? Are you cool with talking to everybody while I go do it, or do you want to go get it?
No, I'm fine.
You got it? You got it? All right.
Yeah, dude,
Hang out with Bo, everybody. He's going to party hard with you.
Oh, man. That was badass. Let's see. Romero versus Silva, that just sounds kind of mean, to be honest. Jason, some dude just told me to just start, nah, never mind. Did you, never mind, man. Did anyone actually have that all 3 rounds for Israel? That was kind of, I think that might have been a little bit too much. Dude, everyone is telling me to beat off in the chat. What is going on, guys? Jason leaves and this is what you give me? Come on, man.
Over here talking shit.
No, everyone's telling me to beat off.
The internet will be the internet.
Oh, man.
That's a fact.
All right.
All right.
Proper
So
plan.
Bo's going to do the honors. He's going to open us up here. So we live in kind of a decently small town in Clarksville, Tennessee. I think there's another place that carries this, but it's an Irish whiskey that I've been wanting to try just for the MMA sake of it. Yeah, you gotta finish off that wine first. Can we get Bo to dance? Silva versus Romero.
Man, all your chat is very nice to me.
You guys are doing a great job here. All right, so
okay.
what should we toast to?
Proper 12. Yeah.
Proper 12. All right, so we'll toast to Gaslam's new belt.
No, dude. We'll test the fucking MMA on point. Almost 300K?
Mama on point,
300K?
baby. Yeah, almost 300K.
300K. That's what
yeah.
we're fucking toasting.
We're toasting 300K. MMA on point. Respect you guys. Thank you all so much. This is going to suck. Ooh. Ooh.
That tastes like
Oh, God.
vanilla.
Like, I can't stop shaking from the taste of it. Oh.
Smooth is what they would characterize it.
Smooth, baby.
That's really not terrible shooting whiskey. It kind of tastes like vanilla rub and alcohol.
Sure.
So not too terrible.
No disagreements there. All right, so
Not the worst thing in the world, but not the best.
you guys play matchmaker. What happens next? Does Gaslam still get the title shot?
Fuck no.
He deserves it, right?
Nah.
He's supposed to fight for it tonight, or does Adesanya get it?
Nah, Chris Weidman.
Oh, somebody said MMA on point. MMA is not the arts. That's great. That's the like Grammy quote from last year. Who is that? Meryl Streep?
Yeah, she sounds smart.
Yeah, she sounds smart. Jason's gonna puke. Yeah, for real. Dude, I don't really drink straight liquor anyway, so
Yeah, me
I'm
neither.
a pretty bad barometer for straight liquor.
To be fair, this is not the best tasting whiskey I've ever tried in my life, for sure.
CM Punk
But-
would beat Israel with Anderson's Lombardi. Interim title Adesanya versus Gaslam. Actually, that's not a terrible idea if Robert Whittaker is going to be out for
With
an
the
extended
hernia
period
surgery,
of time.
I wonder how long that actually keeps you out.
Yeah, I mean, if he's out for over a year, then I can get behind it because then the interim title is serving its purpose because it's being used in the interim of someone not being there,
Right.
as opposed to a lot of these title shots that people get for no damn reason. Silva versus Diaz. People like your idea there.
I don't really like that idea, to be honest.
Jason Mayhem Miller versus Nick Diaz. That's an old school one. Don't be scared, homie. I wish that fight would have happened back in the day when they were both in Strikeforce. I don't know why it didn't.
I think maybe...
Tito versus Chuck. Gaslam versus Izzy interim. I'm not opposed to it.
I'm okay with that fight, I guess. Because Izzy is probably going to want to fight no matter what.
If
Like,
Robert
like,
Whittaker is truly out for an extended period of time,
We're
sure.
talking like 8 to 10 months for sure. Just make the fight.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
8 months or longer.
Who cares if
Sure.
it's even for a title? I mean, I guess it'll be for a title just because, but fuck it. Who cares?
Silva versus GSP. Honestly,
I'm not terrible.
that fight didn't I was way more sour on the Anderson versus GSP fight, like happening like way later than it should have. But
He
after
looked
watching
good.
that, Anderson looked great.
Yeah, I would do Anderson versus GSP for sure.
He didn't look as in shape, though. I will say that.
Yeah, he did look a little bit. But,
a bit soft.
Dude, the fact that he was 1 round away and probably about 5 or 6 punches away.
Yes.
from taking that. He would have got a title shot.
Somebody said Anderson versus Jones. Jesus.
Nah, dude.
Coach Mike Ditka. Thanks. It's good to see Mike Ditka here. Mikey Ditka, as he puts it. Silva versus Aldo. Habib versus Askren. Is the fight happening right now? No, it is over.
Nah, everything's done, guys.
Who won? Adesanya won. Yeah, the fight's over. They're doing like a replay fight right now, but it's
appreciate you guys tuning in. We're gonna hang out and do some like Q&A and shit.
Yeah, we're just gonna hang out with you guys right now.
Yeah.
It's the end of this. This is a good chance to just kind of hang out and just say, yeah, get your guys' thoughts and kind of go back and forth on some of the more interesting takeaways from tonight.
Sure.
Silva versus Dos Santos. Izzy versus Fort Campbell. Oh, somebody lives close by.
Fort Campbell.
If they know what Fort Campbell is, they live real close by. Chris M. Silva versus Velasquez. What a bad event. I didn't think it was bad.
It could have been better with more star power.
It could have had more star power, but there were decent finishes all throughout. There were good fights. In terms of names, yeah, it was bad. Anderson was robbed. Well, that's Jim Carrey saying it, so I don't know if I can take
Anderson. I mean, he was robbed in the fact that someone saw that 30-27.
Yeah,
he won a round. He won round 2 for sure.
Yeah. So who does Silva fight next? That's one of the big questions.
It's like
because he looks great there. Is it a send-off fight? How does he look in the next fight?
So if he goes send-off and he wants to fight in Curitiba, one more go around, you have to give him a legendary fight, right? You have to give him a name.
Yeah. Somebody's saying Anderson didn't try hard enough. Dude, he was the aggressor.
Yeah, it's really
easy
the one
that
say
kept
that.
Coming forward.
Are you sitting on your couch as you say that, bro?
Yeah. Rogan versus Alex Jones. That's a good one. I like Luke versus Silva. That's not a terrible fight.
Luke's going to 205. Maybe move Anderson up to 205.
He said that he's going up to 205, but he hasn't fought there yet. So maybe this could be his last one. But yeah, he said himself that he's going.
I think
up,
Anderson Nick Diaz is the fight to make. Just like who cares? It's the biggest star power, and it'd probably be fun. Dude, at the very least, it'll be a fun fight.
It would be a fun fight. It would be a really fun fight. Here's a great question. J. Parati J. Was that not the highest depiction of overall striking we've seen in MMA? That's a great question.
That is a really good question.
Middleweight? I'm happy to say it for middleweight. Who else would stack up against that? What other matches are contenders for that?
That's a really good point, man. That might have been.
Yeah.
I mean, you would probably say the best strikers in MMA are TJ.
Ooh. TJ just got knocked out, though.
Just got started. I mean, that's just that
by
happens.
a wrestler.
That happens, but
that does happen. We see Gokhan Saki get knocked out by people in the UFC, so there's something to be said for that.
Khalil Roundtree. I don't know, man.
That's a really good.
That might be a good point. It might have been the best pure strikers that ever got in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Somebody just commented.
That's a really good point.
Sometimes I swear to God, I'll scroll just a little bit, and then all of a sudden it'll just jump all the way down. But
that's a good point. That might have been the best striking game we've seen in a while.
Yeah.
Maybe ever.
It might have been. Somebody's saying Silva got robbed. There's no way Silva got robbed.
Silva did not get robbed, man. It was 2-1.
At best, you could call it a close fight. Stylebender won that.
Well, the fact that it was close, and that tells you Anderson shouldn't hang it up.
Yeah, if it's that close against a guy who's been told he's going to get the next title shot, already going into this fight, saying whoever won that fight, and he was that close.
You're 43, and you almost beat the number 1 contender.
The most elite striker that you can possibly face right now, and you did that well.
I just don't want to see another Anderson versus Brunson bullshit. Like, dude, give him a legendary fight if he has one more.
Yeah. Yeah, and his chin held up, too. The fact that he, kind of went out for a second and then came back to in the middle of that punch was kind of insane.
Snapped right back into it.
Silva let dude hit him for the hell of it. I mean, he did that a couple times where he put his arms down, but he's always done that, so that's not a new trait for Silva. He's always that's part of his counter-punching strategy.
Silva,
try to punch me, and I'll try to counter-punch you. It's a
Silva
game.
versus Weidman 3. Someone just said it's not the worst thing I've ever heard.
Cruz TJ, Lawler versus McDonald, Aldo versus Mendez. Aldo versus Mendez. I don't. Yeah.
Even McDonald versus Lawler. No.
Yeah.
Nah, this probably was the
Condit
high.
versus Lawler maybe, but I consider Lawler more of a brawler. Guy who has a lot of power, but he's not necessarily like a technical striker. If he went to like
Robbie the Brawler Lawler.
Robbie the Brawler Lawler. I mean, it's apropos, but like if he were to fight in a K1 kickboxing tournament, he'd probably get starched. But those are good ones, and that's from Jay Pruddy J, the same guy who asked the first question.
Maybe Pat Barry versus Krokop? But nah, probably Silva.
I mean, that's
Silva. You think Silva and Stylebender beats that still?
But that is a good point, though. You know,
right.
Mark Hunt versus Krokop. They both fought.
Yeah.
Both tournament winners.
Silva, though. Yeah, I think it might have been. That might have been. That's a good question.
Silva versus Gustafsson. Oh.
Silva versus Gus. Nah.
I think the reaches would be a really big problem for Silva there.
You can keep him at middleweight.
Jason versus Bo. That was the most technical fight, I think.
Why do people want to see me and you fight each other?
They're just trolling.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they want to see you lose. I think that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Hulk Hogan versus Rocky
Balboa.
Balboa.
Couple more shots at this proper 12. We'll see what happens.
Gary Flores, Hulk Hogan versus Rocky Balboa. Yeah, that's who they both basically taunted at the end. What you gonna do? Donnie Time says, Jason, say Donnie. Donnie. There. You happy, Donnie? Party hard. Should have been 5 rounds. I agree. He said, aren't all UFC main events automatically 5 rounds? Anyway, no, they're not automatically 5 rounds. Aldo famously, actually, in the last event, turned that down for a 3-rounder because he didn't want to fight for 5 rounds. And as a result of that, they moved him back to that. It's a completely upon agreement type kind of situation. So they don't just force that onto anyone. When was the last time you saw a 3-round main event, let alone a pay-per-view? Actually, I'm pretty sure there was one in this last year. It's not hitting me right now, but
well, I mean, guys, like the main event happened 6 hours ago.
Dropped off 6 hours ago.
Yeah, 7 hours ago.
It was supposed to happen 6 hours ago. I don't blame anybody who trained for a 3-round main event to say, no, I'm not going to fight for 2 more rounds because I'm not ready for that. I don't blame them for that.
This happened in like the early afternoon for in Australia, right? So, and I think he went in for surgery at like 2 a.m. So, not a whole lot of time to swap it.
Somebody said you do realize Israel took it easy on Silva, which I think brings up a good point because is that true? Did he take it easy on him when he could have fought him against the cage? Or was he not falling into a trap of Anderson and respecting him and saying, you know what? I'm not going to hit this guy and just throw myself out there and leave myself open to a counter. I think maybe, I mean, it could be either. It really could be either. And the honest truth is, I'm not sure. I think I would lean on, I think that Adesanya saw what Silva was doing in that fight and he respected what he was doing and didn't decide to back off. That's what I think I'm leaning on. So, who knows? But GOAT versus retirement. Oh, somebody goes straight for the sad stuff. No, he wasn't taking it easy. That's ridiculous when fighting is your career. That's a really good point too. But we have seen guys like GSP when he first fought Matt Hughes lose because he took it easy on Matt Hughes because it was his idol. I don't necessarily know that he went in there with the mindset of I'm going to take it easy, but he was intimidated. And I think that's the larger point that's being made. Say it one more time for my bro, dying grandson. Donnie. I'm an insignificant person saying the word Donnie. Respect to you, Donnie. There you go. I said it a couple times, so that's the last time. Okay, so J Prodigy J. Oh crap! I just approved it and then it jumped up. Okay, there it is. Weidman versus Silva 3 in Brazil. Loser retires. Fuck it. Winner 2. Both guys are past it. No.
I don't think Weidman's that far past it.
No. Yeah. No, I don't think so either. Like the Jacare fight. In the Jacare fight, he was this close to winning. He was super fucking close to winning that fight. Jacare just landed some bombs on him at the end.
Weidman's not past it at all.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to say that. And I also don't think that there's necessarily anything to say that either fighter should retire right now. People are asking me to, like, do shit. I'm not going to dab. I've never done that in my life. Let's see. Silva versus Shogun. No, I'm not as interested in that. Weidman versus Israel Adesanya. No, there's no reason why Israel Adesanya. This is Max Randall saying this. Max, are you trolling? What are you doing, Max? This is our video editor here. Shout out to Max. Gastelum versus Whitaker. Winners fight. Boom. No, Weidman doesn't belong in the title picture. I don't agree with that. I think Izzy either waits or he fights for an interim title. That's what I think happens. Jacare versus Silva. Or he could fight Jacare. There's a fun one too. Not Silva versus Jacare, but Adesanya versus Jacare. Israel versus Jason Hartley. Yeah, I would lose in 0.5 seconds. Cool. Well, yeah, so I think we're getting close to winding down. What do you think, Bo? Anything else on your mind that we should talk about?
No, I'm good.
Yeah?
I think I'm good. I appreciate this. This has been a blast.
Dude, this has been badass. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably been the more one of the more fluent streams that we've had where there hasn't been any real hurdles. Usually there's been at least one or two. But we were able to start before the first fight went on, and it went pretty well. But
I hope people keep wanting us to do this because I have a lot of fucking fun.
Oh, dude, I don't care if people want us to do it or not. We're going to do it for the one or two people that want to keep doing it.
Right.
We're always going to get a bunch of dislikes on these videos because people think it's a live stream, even though it says Fight Companion. I don't know how much dumber you can possibly be to click onto something that says Fight Companion, knowing that Joe Rogan has done millions of views on this kind of thing, and still think it's a live stream. If we said it would be a live stream, we would make that blatantly obvious. But a bunch of losers out there. Please do this again. People are saying, so we said, y'all suck.
Some dude said, y'all
James
suck.
Leatherwood, thanks for the honesty.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, dude.
I think he's trolling, but the losers can't even say who won. We already said who won. We said it like 20 times. You just joined in like
Adesanya
right now.
Won.
You are not the god of goddesses. You are a loser, my friend. Adesanya won. You could just Google that.
Yeah, for the people that tuned in and actually had a good time, man. I had a blast with y'all. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so everyone else, you're good. God of goddesses. You can dislike this. I don't give a fuck. You are a dumbass. Fuck off. There we go. Moving on. I've been drinking, so I don't give a shit. Jason saying Noah for my nephew. This Donnie guy just wants to keep saying stuff. How's Noah? There we go. I said the full statement. How's Noah?
How's Noah?
People are silly looking for live streams on YouTube. Anyhow, don't sweat the stupids. Yeah, but they're worth making fun of at least, so we will do that. If Joe ain't doing it, then we need your voices. I'll take that. I'll always play second fiddle to Joe Rogan. I'll play third fiddle too.
Not me though.
Not him. Bo is on his game.
Not me.
I need to trigger Jason for him to acknowledge my comments. Well, I just responded to your probably most basic one that you posted, Adam. So there you go, Adam L. Got him, Big Doink Smoke says.
Oh, making fun of me.
You bums talk about yourself. No one cares.
Hey, thanks, bro.
God of Goddesses posted that.
Just go on to the next people.
God of Goddesses will go and eat some fast food right after this. Go do that. Long John said Jason is a great guy. See, there we go. We're all good. We're done talking about it, so we can move on. Izzy Yoel. Ooh. I think Yoel's moving up to 205.
Nah, dude. No, he's fighting the Eraser.
Dude, J Prody J is throwing out some good shit here. Okay, let's rate this pay-per-view 10 out of, 10 being the most amount of
10
points.
10 out of 10?
Yeah, 10 out of 10. What would you give?
1 out of 10.
1 out of 10.
No. I say it's a solid 6.
You have to review it on several different strata, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I'd say it's solid 6. Yeah. Just no star
Name
power,
value
man.
is like a 2.
Yeah.
Like it had a really strong... 2 is pretty low. We'll say 4. Really strong headliner.
For sure. Incredible.
And originally it had a really strong headliner above that, so maybe that would have given it a 5 or 6. But With that being absent,
Yeah.
and it being basically just a one-fight pay-per-view, which really is what it was. If you're talking about what your sales are based on, they're based on that one fight. They're not based on anything else.
Well,
You're not getting 20,000 pay-per-views out of Lando Venata versus Mariano.
to be honest, making it a 6 really or 7 isn't really that bad. Just 10, the level of 10 is so high. If you think about all the MMA cards
10
that
is-
we've watched, I mean, you watch Shogun versus Hendo,
Yeah.
and then you watch like the McGregor Aldo card. Like there's just so much shit that can go on in a
Yeah,
in a
because that was
card.
Luke Rockhold versus
Yeah,
Weidman
versus
in that one
Weidman.
too.
Yeah.
There's some
it's
good
absolutely
shit going.
insane. So
You got UFC 205, which had
the card
him.
as a whole was probably fairly underwhelming as far as fights go. There was the
Yeah.
kind of
That
Sam
brings it down
Alvey
a lot.
stoppage, and then like the Honey Yaya fight was blah. The girl fight was good, but also blah. Like it just wasn't. It. Sorry, man. The 10 level is too high. I think you go 6.
Yeah,
That's wrong.
yeah. I think 6 actually isn't a bad number. 7 feels too high. 7, like if 5 is average, then I guess it's even lower than that. If 5
Oh
is
yeah,
average.
actually,
we
yeah,
can't
if
call
it's
5
that's a
average.
4 then.
We can't call 5
Well,
average.
5 is supposed to be the average.
Because if you're calling it 4, then Jesus,
Right.
that's less than like you wouldn't pass any test on that. I think 6 is a pretty good place to rate it.
for
I think
sure.
we're in agreement there.
Yeah, I think it's alright.
Somebody says I thought Lando was black. Ooh, you don't know how to use Google at all. Did Jason pay for this fight card? Yeah,
He did.
yeah. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's a tax write-off at the
Thanks,
end of the
dude.
year.
Hey.
Let's be real.
Business.
All right, cool. I appreciate your time, guys. Is there any final parting thoughts? Anything else you want to say before we?
I'm good. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Had a blast as always. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we're going to be super ambitious. We're going to try to get a new series out. Bo actually played bass on the track. It's an originally written song. That is the new basis for this new series. It's called The Autopsy. And if we are efficient at all, and if we've done anything right in our preparation, this will air at noon tomorrow. But it will basically be kind of like what you talked about, rating it 10 out of 10. But we're going to make it more kind of a thing where
Right.
we go over all the different things, the before and after
That's
the
a
event.
super cool idea. No one does it in that way with the graphics that you guys have set up. It's going to be incredible.
Dude, worked our
It's
asses
gonna be
off
awesome.
on this one. So I think it could really turn out well, and I think it could really turn into like a vital post part of every pay-per-view.
Right.
So because you guys are on the stream, we're letting you guys know about it first, and just kind of wanted to let you know, and expect to see that tomorrow. Noon is my time, Central Time, so that's the goal. Whatever else you are, Eastern Time is 1 p.m., for instance. So kind of base it off that. But so we'll see you guys tomorrow with our video kind of rating this pay-per-view and kind of giving you an aftermath of the entire thing. And then, of course, we'll see you with our regular content in the future. So really appreciate you guys. We've had a great time. Enjoy all the comments. Enjoy everything that you guys have said back. And you'll see us soon. So party hard. Drink you some Proper 12.
Hey.
Almost puke in the process.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
party hard, guys.